For those asking, yes, that is a new video introduction because YouTube was pulling our live streams because of new regulations they have about holding firearms in your videos. So we had to change it. But we got to add pro wrestling, so I'm happy. Greetings. I'm your host, Jason Miles, and welcome to another episode of This is Revolution Podcast. For all the returning listeners and subscribers, thank you for coming back. To those new to the channel, thank you for taking a moment to check us out. If you dig what we're doing, please hit like and, of course, subscribe. That goes a long way in promoting the channel. I want to thank all of you that joined the TIR crew yesterday for our discussion of Black PMCs, race management, and the rise of post-liberal Black millennials and Gen Zers who are fed up with the Democratic Party, but are they really conservatives? That show is up now. It's called Black Fragility. Make sure you check that out and let us know what you think in the comments. That show has a whole bunch of comments. You guys have been letting us know, and you definitely were.
We're coming for you.
Oh! Just a brief reminder that if you dig the wide variety of programming we provide here on TIR, and you want to make sure we can stay on air, become a patron or a paid YouTube subscriber. When you become a patron or a paid YouTube subscriber, you get early access to the audio-only podcast, The Crisis Papers. Issue 10 is up. Don't work yourself into a shoot. Roger Jackson, Trump, and Kayfabe. And you get Champagne Room and Movie Night access. So for as little as $3 a month or $30 for the year, you get the satisfaction that your small donation goes a long way keeping TIR on the air. Now, let's talk about why you guys are really here. Arrested Development. Are we all Labubu now? I've never tried to hide my Gen X-ness on this show. I get that generational terminology is mostly marketing, but it does make sense in some ways. To understand Generation X, you have to understand a massive group of people who were raised on and have a fan-like fondness for 22-minute commercials that were sold to us as programming in the form of daytime cartoons. Of course, we would be the ones to usher in the influencer who is basically just as seen on TV, pitch person elevated to the level of celebrity. We came to see consumerism as an expression of authenticity. Punk and hip hop were supposed to be revolutionary forms of music that would lay waste to the conservative moment, but instead they often allowed us to cosplay as radicals. Now we're all brands, and how we market ourselves in the social media marketplace is all that seems to matter. Nostalgia has become a profitable market in the absence of mass culture. We can live forever in our happiest moments because boredom is dead. And as our guest today writes, adults have now surpassed children as the #1 purchasers of toys, giving rise to the kidult phenomenon. Adults trapped in a Peter Pan doom loop. I'm not sure if I fully agree with this notion, mainly because kids and toys stopped being synonymous a long time ago. By the late 90s, 24-hour cartoons were a reality for much of the millennial generation. No more waiting for Saturday morning. Kids had access to constant, usually unsupervised animated programming, and soon more immersive video games. Today, it's all on demand, and there's so much content that kids don't even need to play with toys. Instead, they can sit in front of a screen and watch another kid play with toys on YouTube for hundreds of hours. Recently, Nike announced a Thriller-inspired shoe, Michael Jackson's breakthrough album, which allowed him to transcend confines of Black music and become the undisputed king of pop, still has cultural and marketing power. It won't just be Gen Xers and Boomers who want a pair of the Air hee-hees. Younger generations and sneaker collectors will want them too. I was surprised by that. I can't imagine anyone back in my day clamoring for an Elvis one-piece or something modeled after James Brown's wardrobe. In the 80s and much of the 90s, video games had an endpoint. You achieved the goal and then you were done. Once you beat Mike Tyson, there were no side quests. You had to figure out what else to do. That usually meant that going outside to look for your friends Sometimes it was like a private investigation, asking around the neighborhood, piecing together clues, hoping to find out where the action was. That fun wasn't app-based, it was organic. And sometimes it was boring. But boredom is something we've lost the ability to experience because the endless scroll now gives us miniature dopamine hits on demand. Maybe toys and nostalgia take us back to a place when our imaginations were actually activated and our brains were stimulated. Or maybe, as our guest argues in his recent article for Compact Magazine, quote, a society of kidults may seem cute and harmless, but it cannot sustain itself. Fewer families mean demographic decline, retreat into play and endless consumption means civic institutions atrophy. Adulthood becomes something we cosplay as rather than inhabit in reality. The old proverb goes, hard times create strong men create good times create weak men. The 2020s update might be hard times made strong men, soft times made Labubus. Before we bring our guest in to do this show with me is the voice of reason, M2San.
Hello. Labubu Nation.
We are part of Labubu Nation.
I really wanted that to be sung tonight.
Well, at the moment I saw the headline, I asked Ryan to come on the show before I read the piece. The whole piece could have been double spaced with two fingers, like he was a bad kid that had to write some sort of report, and he was coming on the show. Please welcome everybody's favorite dad, Ryan Zickgraf.
Yay! Oh.
It's my Labubu, guys. That article was all a lie. I actually love them.
He's doing the thing.
This is loyalty. This is loyalty to Labubu.
Can you know what? I didn't know what Labubu was literally until a month ago. Some friends were staying at my place, and my buddy's girlfriend goes, "Do you have Labubu here?" And I'm like, "I don't appreciate you cursing at me." And she was like, "No, it's a thing." And she showed me. We went down to one of the flea markets that they have here in Rosarito that are pretty massive. And to my surprise, the things I thought that were like Sanrio toys were Labubu. And Labubu was everywhere. And now all I see is Labubu. I feel like Jim Carrey in that movie 23. Everything's Labubu. I want to get tacos. Labubu. Can you explain briefly what Labubu is?
Yeah, so Labubu is a Chinese toy. They get put out by a company called Pop Mart. It was an artist that I think created them back. I want to say in like 2015, but they sort of gained a lot of steam in the last year for whatever reason. So it's an imported toy, and suddenly you would just see that. I mean, I actually, looking at these guys. They look a little bit like, and this is a Gen X reference, but like Monchichis.
Yes.
They have like almost like a monkey kind of raccoon quality to them. And I guess it's like, the big eyes and little teeth. So I guess they're like cute little monsters. In fact, I don't know if you can see this, but it says on the strap, the monsters. So yeah, they're all monsters. And for whatever reason, all of a sudden a bunch of celebrities were wearing them like on their purses as accessories. Really? And TikTokers started showing them off, and became like this like viral thing people would do, because part of what they do is that it does like a loot box where you don't know what Labubu you're gonna get in a box. There's like 7 different ones. Mm-hmm. And so opening each is like is sort of like a video game loot box where you don't know which one you get. It's like love, loyalty, hope, cheer. I don't know, but anyway,
they're like worse than Care Bears.
It's seriously like if Care Bears, like you didn't know what Care Bear you're gonna get when you open it up. if it's the one with like the rainbow on its chest or whatever. But anyway, and then unboxing videos became like a big deal on TikTok because it was sort of like the surprise. And yeah, so everybody has them now. And then yeah, a lot of them are worth a lot of money. Someone paid $150,000 for them.
Jesus.
So it's kind of like the new Cabbage Patch Kid or Furby or whatever kind of toy of the moment.
Did you have a Monchichi?
Yeah, I was like 4. Yeah, of course I did.
Did you have a Cabbage Patch Kid?
No, I did have a lot of. I had a Gizmo that I loved, like from the Gremlins.
Ooh.
Yeah,
you had good parents.
But I had to actually throw them out because it got fleas.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah, because I had an outdoor cat that got that, and my ET. My ET got fleas too, even though like he doesn't really had fur. That leathery guy still got fleas somehow.
That's
I would have
traumatic.
been furious at the cat.
Oh yeah.
That would be my Jeffrey Dahmer moment. Like, sorry, kitty. Did you have something you want to add to, Son?
It's going to connect with the point I'd like to bring up later, but I just want to say that I do think it is so cute to hear guys say Labubu. It's adorable. I just think it's so cute.
You're not helping these dudes grow up, Toussaint.
Well, I mean, listen, it's a thing that we're in, all right? We're all in the boat.
Okay, I do want to, let's get to the real thing, which is another term that I had never heard before. Have you written about the rise of the kidult? What does this term capture, and why do you think adults are now the #1 consumers of toys?
Okay, by the way, I want to correct you a little bit on that statistic about toys, because it is adults have passed preschoolers in toy consumption. I think something like, I want to say the statistic is like 28% of toys are bought by adults. So they've passed preschoolers, which is interesting because you actually think that preschoolers and below actually consume the most toys because they don't play video games. But
I mean, kids are using iPads and iPad-like things.
Well, they shouldn't, but you're probably right about that.
It is. I mean, look, we all.
So, there is this term that kind of emerged in the last 5 or 10 years. We talk about Disney adults, right? They're adults, childless, that go to Disney, really into Disney stuff, wear goofy hats and hang out with Goofy at Disney World. But what's happened in the last couple of years is that Wall Street toy marketers are seeing that there's more adults that are buying toys and nostalgic items from their youth. And so they see them as like the fastest growing consumer block, right? So they've developed this name. I mean, because a lot of the names we've had of them, like Peter Pan's and whatever, are pretty derogatory. So kidult, I guess, is a little bit more neutral. So they, in the last year or so, they formalized it. And the fact, like, if you look at toy trade shows, they now have awards for kidult toys. Like,
interesting.
For instance, I think one that I saw that won an award was like some sort of massive Star Wars Star Destroyer Lego thing or something like that. So a lot of the kidult toys, like directed toys, are like more complex at times than ones marketed directly for kids. But yeah, it's become this just like giant consumer category that everybody's rushing to cater to.
Does this have something to do though with not being able to afford the old thing that you got when you were middle age, which would be our age, a Corvette or a fast car, so you can kind of reclaim your youth? Get hair plugs and put a second on the house, divorce your spouse, and start hitting on bartenders and shit like that. Like, that's what you could do that at one point in time, and you were a joke in most movies. There was always some guy that we would probably think is a lot older, but he would be our age with his shirt unbuttoned to his navel and gold chains and driving a Corvette. Now that guy looks like me and has action figures. Like the joke we made about the 40-year-old virgin, Steve Carell's character, is no longer an oddball, but kind of par for the course.
Yeah, I mean, but you're talking, the kind of guy you're talking about is a little kind of bougie, right? Corvettes and having another woman, that's expensive.
I know a lot of broke motherfuckers with 2 wives. You've never watched the black side of Tubi.
But when I was growing up, like a lot of middle-aged guys suddenly got into their lawns or golf or grilling or like chess, or they actually got into politics. Or
you knew some boring motherfuckers, man. You didn't know one dude that just started having more coke parties at his house in his 40s?
Dude, I grew up in a like lower middle class neighborhood, man. We did not have guys like that.
Or is that when they told you to go to your room and assume that the closed door and you couldn't hear any of the fun?
Yeah, but the thing about my room, it was easy to open the screen window and pop out, which I did on a frequent basis.
Toussaint, was that your life? Were your parents having crazy cocaine parties while you and your siblings were asleep?
Oh my God, no. Oh, where do you get these questions from? It really throws me off. Okay, so like, how is kidulthood different from, just being the guy who likes trains? Dad's in the basement playing with the train set. Is this hugely different?
Well, okay. I guess I would say that like there's a lot of men, even in like my parents or grandparents' age, that had like kind of silly hobbies, but they were hobbies. Where I feel like the kidult is almost like a permanent lifestyle. They are often like kind of afraid of a lot of real life responsibilities and sort of getting out of that comfort zone. And so, my dad would come home from work and play Madden football with me for an hour, but he would move on with his life, and and a lot of the kidults just don't. They just like are kind of in their own bubble.
But would your dad now have it? Let's say we have the alternate timeline. We have the Marvel universe, multiverse machine, and the time cops are letting us go. And there's a timeline where your dad and you are now, where you're in 2025. You're 14-year-old Ryan with the little swoopy hair, and your dad comes in and he goes, "Hey, we got to set up for the Madden stream. I'm going to kick your ass in Madden, and we have to set up to live stream it so everyone can see me kick your ass in Madden, and we can do a whole Madden podcast about it." Would he be that guy, or do you think he really would just, no, I'm just going to play some video games with my kid real quick and then?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's certainly a way in which technology sort of enables some of kidulthood, but I would also say that there used to be more shame about doing kid stuff. Like, dude, my grandpa would be like, "Stop, the TV's gonna rot your brain. Get the fuck outside. Don't be a loser. Don't be a nerd."
All right.
And you know what? I hated it at the time, but you know what? He was kind of right.
Is your dad still around?
No, he's dead.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that, man,
No,
because he sounds pretty badass.
Yeah, he was.
Don't be a loser. Don't be a nerd. I love "Don't be a nerd." Are you reading again? Come on. Just
No. The reading was fine. It was just all of the constant video games and like fantasy books and comics and stuff that I was into.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How much of this is the kids growing up to be adults, at least chronologically, right? And then realizing nobody really knows what they're doing. Maybe we're just kind of navel gazing. Maybe adulthood was not supposed to look like it did for our parents, for us anyway. Is being an adult being gate kept? Does it have to look like one thing? Lots of questions.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I'm not saying that it has to be one thing, but there used to be more. We lived in a society, and often people didn't really actually think about what it meant. They just, followed their family, the rest of their family, their friends, their community, their church, or whatever. And there's been a vacuum of the old authority, and so there is an aspect of people are not sure what to do with their lives and where to go next. So I'm sympathetic to it, and I'm not saying that kidults should be bullied and are silly, ridiculous, whatever. Certainly there's some ridiculous behavior, but because I think it's like a bigger societal problem. Not just like, let's give noogies to these nerds. You know what I mean?
You made me think. I don't know why. You know what you made me think of also right before the show was just things that I don't want to say we can't do, but there was a version of life that we were given, and I don't know if you agree with this, Ryan.
Yeah.
There's a version of the life that we saw, especially through cable television, when we got to see movies that we had no business seeing as very young people, like Revenge of the Nerds and shit like that, and Porky's. But there was this kind of version.
Virgin. Freudian slip.
There was this version of young adult life that I remember seeing that looked so fun and carefree. And it even seemed like maybe some of those people were trapped in their youth. But I think we were watching boomer nostalgia of those people reminiscing about their youth. I mean, we got served so much boomer nostalgia in our formative years. I think part of it is now Gen Xers are running the ship in a lot of these creative places. So we are getting a ton of nostalgia about our timeline. I think we were talking earlier about quote unquote nerd culture. And what was that show that I hated? Big Bang Theory. Where all they really do is just kind of reference things from the 80s, like He-Man toys. It's like, well,
that was a kind of a sitcom about kidults, really.
Yeah. Like, did we make it cool and call it nerd culture?
Yeah, that's the thing. So I spent my formative years. I did, like a good amount of video game journalism and entertainment reporting. And so I would go to these like nerd conventions and, they were fun. But I got to say, sometimes I would look around and look at all this effort being spent, all the like people doing amazing art, spending all their time, like spending all this money going to these conventions, getting autographs. And I was just, at the end of the day, I would be like, this is really all about Captain America, like don't we have something more to aspire to than this, right? Don't we have grown-ups to look to? It seemed just really empty and hollow, and the older I got, I just couldn't really do it anymore.
But is it Leonardo DiCaprio's fault because he keeps fucking kids?
No. There are people who are doing that. He's with adults, to be fair.
Are they kidults?
They might be kidults, yes, but he just climbs them out at 26.
No, the thing is about the thing about models and actresses is that they do actually tend to be very mature for their age, because a lot of them have been doing the acting grind since like age 12. I dated this professional ballet dancer once, and she was like 23 and she seemed like 40. She bought her own hat. Like, she was one of the most mature people I've ever met.
Toussaint's very mature.
Yeah. So Leo, I get it.
Oh, fuck. No, I don't. There's nothing. Wait, who's the coach?
No, for sure.
Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
His girlfriend is younger than my oldest daughter. And I'm like, what do you talk about with this woman? You are just getting ready to die. The scent of death is on you every time she lays with you.
They talk about filling his prescriptions.
That's the. Well, I'm glad you said prescription.
Yeah.
I'm so glad you said prescription. But is this phenomenon mostly about nostalgia, or is it something deeper about our current cultural and economic moment, though?
Yeah, I mean, I think that sure that you can make a case about the economics of how it's harder to hit certain milestones because it's harder to buy a house, right? I mean, the age of a first-time house buying, I'm trying to remember. I want to say it's like in the early 30s, maybe even mid-30s now. And there are definitely aspects of that in this. But sometimes I do look, for instance, I have 4 nephews that are under the age of 27. They all have kids. And the oldest actually has 4 kids. And it's forced them to grow up in a lot of ways. Sometimes the hard way. But yeah, my nephew with 4 kids, he has the maturity of my dad at this point.
I'm assuming that's not a good thing.
Maybe so. But so I think that the fact that childcare is more expensive, that that housing is more expensive, that even more recently with like the way the economy is going, and it's been a struggle for white collar jobs lately. That definitely has an influence, but I still think that there is a way in which the old pressures and the old institutions that would sort of be like grow the fuck up don't really exist as much anymore. And so there's a way that we're coddled from going to like a nicer college to a job, and then there's a class of Americans that just don't really have to grow up.
That's interesting. I watch these balloon pop dating shows. I feel comfortable you probably don't watch these, right? You're apparently not watching the Black Side of TV. So you're definitely not watching these balloon pop shows. They are of a colored variety. But one of the things that I've noticed that women say when I guess they get a memo to dress to impress. It's very open-ended. And holy shit, dude, that was Siri just responded to me. Can you not respond to me, phone? It's so weird. It's talking back to me. I don't know if you heard that.
Tell your girlfriend to be quiet.
That's who it is.
Scared the shit out of me. I was like, wow. But anyway, there's been many episodes where, so they have like a guy comes out and there'll be like this like row of women, and they all have balloons, and if he doesn't like them, he pops their balloon. If they don't like him, they pop their balloon. And a lot of the women, sometimes when the guys come out, they pop their balloon on site. And what I've noticed is dudes closer to our age will come out looking very comfortable, let's say, wearing jerseys, starter jackets, denim, tennis shoes, all like in good condition. They probably paid hundreds of dollars for the outfit, but it does read very young. And I've heard then the host of the show just loves to start drama, or as messy as Toussaint calls her. She's very messy. And so if somebody pops their balloon, she'll run over to the person and goes, "Hey, why'd you think this guy sucks?" And so then they'll be like, "I think he dresses kind of young." And and I've noticed that on multiple episodes that there are people kind of calling out these men that may appear young, and they don't really say why that's a problem. They don't say, well, I dated a guy that dressed young and he had a very immature attitude and lived with his mom. Like, they don't, that's not, they just like, nope, just off bat, you look like you're trying to be a child. I found that interesting because I'm sure I look like a child. Like it's about 30 years old. I was like, I'm just going to wear black t-shirts and jeans, and that's just what it's going to be. It's not really going to get any different than that. But do you feel yourself sometimes? Like, what is an adult? Do you ever ask yourself that question outside of, okay, now I have to be responsible for this kid. I have to be responsible, a responsible partner with this woman I decided to be with forever. Did that change your outlook on life?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
because you waited a lot longer than me.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because dude, writing this column was partly out of experience, I gotta say. I mean, 10 years ago, I was a video game journalist. I was not married, didn't have kids, living in Chicago. And I kind of did what I want. I didn't really have a lot of accountability, and I didn't have a lot of pressures from my peers or my family to do anything different. So it was sort of choosing, these, I got married and now have a 10-month-old baby. And that has forced me in a lot of ways to grow up in certain ways, or at least like, there's something I think about a lot, and it's sort of like I die to myself every day a little bit, like I just make way less decisions for myself. I have to think about other people all the time. And I think there's part of this kidults that they're empowered, I think, to think about themselves all of the time. And they're not really doing as much for other people. They may be doing it symbolically, but at the end of the day, the idea of like self-care and like the world is scary, climate change, politics, I'm just going to hunker down and like, watch the stuff that I did when I was a kid, or watch advanced stuffs, entertainment from when I was a kid. That's very acceptable. And again, I can see the appeal, and yeah, it in a lot of ways it used to be me.
Do you find yourself having a hard time? This is for you and MT and actually anyone watching right now. Do you find yourself have a hard time revisiting some of the shows and not so much music of your youth, but maybe more of the shows of your youth? Because there were so many cartoons that I was just like married to as a young person. Like I love this one Japanese anime called Robotech. Like that was my shit. That and Voltron was like my shit. I begged my grandmother to get me a membership to the Robotech fan club, where I got a letter and a little badge and an iron-on thing. And I thought I was like the coolest fourth grader in the world. But I try to go back and watch that stuff, and I can't watch it alone. Maybe with my 7-year-old, I can watch some of these things and see how he reacts to it, if he reacts at all. But as far as like me wanting to, like you said, hunker down and escape into the cartoons of my past, which are all available on YouTube, by the way. You can even watch Rock and Wrestling on YouTube. It's right there. You get it all. Tucson's like, oh shit, I didn't know. Kid video.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned wrestling, and I don't know if this is triggering for you, but I love professional wrestling. As a kid, we would come home from church. My dad took me to see it was Ultimate Warrior and Hulk Hogan.
Oh my God, you probably lost your fucking kid mind.
Yeah, Yeah.
Your dad's kind of sounding cooler and cooler by the story.
He really, you're selling him.
Was your dad like Sylvester Stallone and Over the Top? Was he an arm wrestler truck driver?
He was 6'4" and 300 pounds and could bench 450. So he was kind of a badass, and he played bass in a band.
Oh my God. What band was it? Guar?
No. It was well, early on when I was a kid, he was in a cover band that played bars, but then he converted to Christianity and then he joined the church band.
Oh, then it was no fun for you.
Yeah. But then as he got older, he started growing his hair out, and he kind of got this like biker thing. And it was like a cool old Christian guy.
That's another show we could do.
The
Problems with the cool Christian guy.
Oh boy.
That's a whole we'll save that one for a counseling session.
That's Ryan's book. We'll have to come back and talk about the book. Yeah.
You talk a little bit about boredom in this, which is something that has been on my mind more and more. And you actually talked about a guy, I can't remember his name, that actually talks about social media detoxes. And over the last year, I decided to make some changes in my life. And one of them was to get an alarm clock to not rely on my phone to wake me up. And leave certain devices out of my room. This setup is in my room, but I don't watch movies on this. Everything here is for the show. I don't turn it around and like watch it. I miss boredom. I mentioned it in the introduction because there was something about playing a video game, either by yourself or with other people, and then going, dude, where's Ryan at? Let's go get Ryan. And we go to your house and you're not there. And then we go on a Goonies like Hardy Boys mystery trying to find you. Because if your mom answers, oh, Ryan went to the blah, blah, blah. No, we go to the blah, blah, blah. And then we all head to the park and look for you. And you're not at the park. Then we go to the 7-Eleven and look for you. But it was going to be an adventure to find you. And it wasn't like we had anything planned when we found you. It was like, all right, we found him. Now what? I don't know. Let's fucking go back home. Play video games again.
You know what though? Because I'm sorry to interrupt, but
no,
you mentioned the Goonies, and I think that there's an aspect of kidults which have been a product of parenting changing, and that parents just not letting their kids have the same kind of childhood that probably you and I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
And you go back and watch the Goonies, and a lot of people will be like, okay, yeah, my wife watched it for the first time.
Oh wow.
And for her, like the biggest fantasy were that like kids were able to go, went out on their own to have pirate adventures. And I tried to explain to her, because I've tried to have her watch a lot of 80s movie. And I was like, that's really what it was like to grow up in the 80s. It was like your parents were like, oh yeah, come home by dusk or curfew, and that didn't really happen after like, in the 2000s, like after Columbine or whatever. And kids were helicopter parented, they could have play dates or whatever. And so I think there was an aspect of kidults is that they never really got to have a lot of responsibility and freedom when they were younger. And so it's hard to just all of a sudden develop that as an adult.
Like, do you think you lose, and I don't know if you feel the same way, Toussaint, because you grew up in New York, so I feel like every time you left your house, there was always a gang with you, because that's how New York is. A double Dutch gang. But like, jokes aside, you had to make plans, right? Like, there was no play dates. You're 9 years old. You were in the house. I don't know how you guys grew up. Did your parents ever look at you and be like, what are you doing in the house?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Go play.
Yeah.
It's like, there's no one outside. Figure it out. Go play. And then
I bought this house and I got this yard. You better go play in it.
And you go play, right? You, whatever the fuck go play means. Play hopscotch with roaches, throw rocks at cars, meet the neighborhood drug addicts, whatever you're going to do, you're going to go, you figure it out and have to go do it.
Mhm.
and you were kind of left to your own devices. And there was no until like later in the mid 80s. But early on, it was like, he's going to come back home. We're not worried about it. Nobody
Yeah.
wants this fucking kid. He smells.
Yeah,
Oh.
and I got in trouble. I did a lot of dumb shit. Like at one point, we actually literally were playing in a construction site, and somebody dropped a giant timber on my foot and like exploded my toe. And I came home with like the bloodiest, heaviest sock ever, and I had to have stitches. But my parents weren't like, "Oh, we're gonna like, you're grounded forever and can't." And then it was like the next week I would go to the forest and find a pervert's playboys in the woods. So that's just how the 80s were.
I don't see why you wouldn't. Like, is it not intuitive to younger kids to go home when it's dark? Like, why are you hanging out when it's dark? Like,
Because that's when have you ever played hide and go seek in the dark?
I mean, yes,
Dusk
but
was
it's
the
also
best, yeah.
like coming home when the sun goes down. That sounds intuitive. It makes sense that a parent
It
would say
sounds
that.
like were you one of those New York kids that was hiding inside the refrigerators and dying?
Hiding inside the refrigerator and dying? No, I did not die.
I saw a Punky Brewster episode about that.
You know what I will say is that kids and teenagers that grew up in big cities often did grow up really fast. Like I feel like by like age 16, a lot of kids that grew up in the city stopped drinking because they had already been doing it for a few years. And you find them like smoking a cigarette on the curb and like, yeah, I'm over it.
We weren't French.
Oh,
Jesus.
What city did you grow up in, Ryan?
I grew up in Springfield, Illinois, which is actually is actually one of the most violent cities in America. It's just small, so it's not really on people's radar.
So
I got attacked several times. I got armed robbed.
God damn.
Yeah.
Was it white on white crime?
Oh no, it was. Am I allowed to say?
2025, Ryan. You can say it. Speak your truth.
It was a dark-skinned gentleman.
Past olive skin.
You know what? Sorry, this is getting really off track, but the thing that upset me the most is I was in the drive-through at Hardee's, and he asked for a ride, and I bought him a sandwich.
Oh, not.
And then he fucking robbed me at knife point.
Damn.
That is the most 80s shit ever. Like,
It kind of
hey,
is.
honky,
It kind of is.
give me your wallet, cracker. You looking rather fine in them vines.
Well, and I was like, come on in. I'm not racist. Come sit in my car, and I'll order you a roast beef sandwich from Hardee's.
That was a real crime. That was a real crime. Say, Jack, us niggas don't eat hobbies.
Terrible.
Yeah, and it was a large roast beef sandwich too, man. It wasn't the small. I ordered him the big one.
Eyes wants me a Big Mac, Jack. You dig?
And curly fries, for God's sake. Curly fries. You would think that would soothe the beast.
That poor man right now is in rehab somewhere. And then I accosted that young white man. Why do I sound like Jimmy Swaggart now that I'm sober?
Yeah, why did you turn him white? That's weird.
That's what happens during sobriety. The fucking jive talk just falls right out of you. Maybe I was putting on an act, trying to be tough, because my daddy never took me to wrestling. He saw you having hella fun with your dad, with your little kid mullet and shit. Looking like Edward Furlong's friend from Terminator 2.
Little kid mullet. Wow. if we want to get back on track, I have a question.
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute.
No, that's fine. We love
He was
getting off
talking
track
about
on
his
this.
dad doing those biker face. You know, Ryan had a little kid mullet and a denim vest.
No, dude, my dad used to cut our hair for us, and he used to shave the shit like army style.
Oh, that is not fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, now he's getting not fun again.
He was in the Marines and had a little bit of that like Marine mentality, a little bit, you know.
It could be a lot worse. It's hard to mess up a army cut, you know?
Still.
He didn't cut his hair with the vacuum, like
Regardless, the vacuum or army cut, just like, you're never going to see a vagina. And it's like, oh, come on, Dad.
Come on, Dad.
What do you mean, to write about video games forever? Great novel, my ass.
If I would say, come on, Mom, to my mom, she would say, where are we going? Come on, Mom.
That's what I said. Oh, fuck it. Okay. You're not fun, Mom.
I have a question.
All right.
Not about your hair. So I want to know, I feel like I keep asking you how much of this can we put onto the production side? We've been talking about like supply and demand, the demand side, but how much of this is us being supplied with stuff? We are in generations that are used to things coming to us mass manufactured. And in a way, it's like there's a duplication in that process that got us all that stuff into Walmart and mass production and all of these toys. But there's also a recycling of the ideas. So there's a duplication there too. Like some of these people just don't seem that creative. They're going to take an IP and just give it back to you. Mm-hmm. So how much of it do you think is coming from the supply side as well? Maybe we shouldn't just completely blame ourselves.
Good question.
Oh yeah, and I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm blaming all of us for being children. I mean, what is it? What was it? Was it the 40s or 50s when teenagers were invented? Right?
45, I believe. 43,
yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Markets were created generations ago, wasn't for young people, right? Mm-hmm. It didn't just happen 10 years ago. It didn't just happen with kidults. This has been, in a lot of ways, like a slow process of consumerism. Mm-hmm. I was actually just reading recently about like one of the first YA novels, which was in the 1940s. It was The Red Planet.
Oh, I didn't know that was a YA novel.
Yeah. And you know, there was Nancy Drew mm-hmm. books back in the day, and so you know, for Gen Xers, we were sort of hitting that spot where different segments of kids and teens were being catered to. Mm-hmm. And what's happened in the last 20 or 25 years is that's accelerated, right? Like there are now toys and entertainment to watch when you're 6 months old, 2 years old. Like it's micro targeted, right? Labubus. There's all of these, you know, there's entire industries that are built to try to get you addicted, to try to attract you. And that often can be hard to get away from, right? Like, mm-hmm. You know, just like with your attention, like the attention economy, there's algorithms built to get you to watch things that you are already interested in. So it's just like junk food, right? It's just really hard to break yourself of those addictions to things that aren't necessarily good for you or have a lot of vitamins. So I think a lot of the kidult stuff is like junk food, and which is often engineered to be addictive. Not to sound like Robert RFK, but a lot of these entertainments are junk food that we're addicted to.
Dude, junk food is so fucking addictive.
Oh yeah.
Look, dude, the guy is fucking weird, and I don't have to agree with everything he says, but we can't sit here and act like fucking Reese's Pieces aren't fucking fabulous.
There are food scientists who study things like mouthfeel. And sorry about the sirens, but
You're not.
I am particularly fixated on that. Like,
Don't say
On
that out
mouthfeel.
loud.
well,
God
they
damn.
really do get you hooked. It's like,
Not nut quick.
Come on.
oh.
Mouth.
What?
Are you making this shit up?
No, they focus on that, and fatties like it. It's just
No.
like it's
How
like
do Oreos feel in your mouth?
it's like you're breastfeeding again. It's
What?
like
Oreo?
you're-
Not Oreos.
What kind of Oreos have you been eating? I've
you're being
never seen one
soothed.
shaped like nips.
It's like you're being soothed. That's what it is. It's a soothing mechanism that some of these foods break down to in your mouth, and that is studied. And there are texture scientists. They work on the colors. They work on the feel in your hand. All of it is very, very engineered. Shut up! I am not getting horny. Shut up! You are.
Wow.
It is engineered. I'm just saying. There are people who go to school
Stuart
for this.
McGill says mouthfeel is a lot about fat content.
I could see that. I could see that.
What else is mouth feely?
You wanted like different foods that are
Cotton
mouth
candy. Cotton candy.
No. That doesn't break down to like.
Mouth feel?
I like things that are like cakey and doughy.
You know what's interesting is
Ryan's like, let's talk about something else.
no. I've had the full super kidult experience, because not only have I been to like comic conventions and video game conventions, but I've also been to porn conventions, but also candy conventions,
Mm-hmm.
where there are scientists that are trained to design something that will get you addicted, like sugar, salt.
Mm-hmm.
They're intentionally trying to get you to tap into your primal fucking addiction to like fat and sugar and salt. And
I can't eat one Pringle. I've never
Pringles
met
are kind of gross.
Wow.
Ew.
Fucking
They're
hippie.
gross.
Just look
Jason-
at this hippie.
Jason is
Oh,
attracted
man.
to food shapes.
Food shit.
Food shapes.
No, you know what my vice is? Fucking Cheeto paws.
Pause?
Yeah, the Cheeto shape where it was like Chester Cheetah's paw.
Oh.
I don't remember those.
Yeah.
Oh man, so like something about like the texture and the mouth feel
Mhm.
of the Cheeto paw. And maybe it was because when I was a teenager I played Chester Cheetah. But
Wait,
yeah, man.
you're the voice of It Ain't Easy. If it's that one?
Being cheesy. No. I worked at a grocery store and they had me dress up as Chester Cheetah and drive around in a go-kart and throw Cheetos at kids.
Ryan
Your
has
life is
lived.
getting so much better every time you open your mouth. You
I have so much
understand this.
lore, man. I have a lot of lore.
From
Wow.
the biker dad that is like a larger version of Joe Dirt. to-
His buzz cut as a kid. You couldn't
you
have a mullet.
losing a toe in a fucking kids goofing off accident.
Yep.
Getting robbed by the same people that robbed Chevy Chase in the first Lampoon's Vacation movie. Like, there's so much interesting shit.
It's a lot going
Yeah.
on.
Maybe who I am. I see some shit.
I feel like if you ever came down here, you'd be like, why the fuck am I living in this city when I can enjoy this quiet, peaceful, unrobby life? You argue that adulthood becomes something we cosplay as, which I thought was a really, really good line. What does real adulthood look like, and why do you think it's slipping away?
I mean, I think that adulthood I would associate with a sense of like responsibility, not just for yourself, but for other people, your friends, your family, your community. And I think that I think there is a sort of idea of adulthood as like a series of vices, and that's not. I think that's different than like the kidulthood, because I think kidults sort of embrace their childhood, and they're okay with like like taking on the aspects of being a kid. But I also think that vices were often seen as adult, like, oh yeah, going to strip clubs, getting drunk, doing drugs, whatever was being an adult. But I just think of it as like being responsible for other people other than yourself, and like living in a way that reflects that. And I don't know, developing tastes for things that are difficult, like art and relationships and writing, whatever that is more difficult, nuanced. There's something about things that are for kids that are very black and white, and if we want to get into it, I think our politics can often be like that too.
Childish.
We have like a childlike sense of the good guys and the bad guys. But
do you think that has to do with, in the last 10 years, the kids are kind of running the political discourse now? The guys in suits have regressed into 90s era daytime talk show hosts, or even at best drive time radio right-wing personalities. And then you have the Vouches and Destinies of the world that actually get, mainstream media coverage, Tucker Carlson interviews and stuff like that.
Oh my God, those people are ridiculous. Like, it's kind of embarrassing that if you go back, 20 or 30 years and look at a lot of our political thinkers and they compare it to a guy named Destiny, you're just like,
That's a stripper name.
yes. I mean, oh my God, that is insane to think about, honestly. I mean, but if you even want to like take it further, I mean, Elon Musk is a kidult.
Oh God, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he hasn't. I mean, he's like 50, and I know I'm not that far from it, but that guy is like living he's like a big adolescent. He's like an old adolescent who still thinks about like crazy cars and like when he made the avatars for Grok, he did like an anime Japanese girl with big boobs. That is his level of maturity, right? But who's making Elon Musk grow up? He's just like, yeah, I'm gonna get everyone pregnant. I'm gonna be cool with my cool fucking Cybertruck.
I'm gonna get everyone pregnant.
Yeah, what a child, dude. He's a child with $1 trillion.
But there's something to be said about a lot of us being stuck in a kind of state of arrested development where,
for sure,
if you do, remember when Donald Trump got into office and people always talked about the adult in the room? Who's going to be the adult in the room?
Yeah.
And you kind of look around and go, well, who's the adult in the fucking newsroom?
Mm.
Like seriously. And not to say there was a better look. We're not trying to say that everything was better in our day. It's just different. And there's a seriousness to it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel the same seriousness when I see someone talking about MAGA communism, because I'm like, this isn't real. It's like you threw two things on a dartboard or a bingo card that was just, what do people hate? And you fucking, all right, MAGA and communism, got my identity now.
But in a way, isn't it like, well, I might as well I mean, look how long it took for Nancy Pelosi to get out of office. We've got Chuck Schumer. We've got a gerontocracy. These people have a stranglehold on power. It's not like even Gen X was allowed to really step up in governance in Congress and take the reins. We've got boomers and even some silent generation holding on for dear life. So in some ways, if those are the milestones, we're not going to be allowed to hit it. So you might as well do MAGA communism. And if you're not going to be able to buy a house, then you might as well buy Labubus because they make you happy.
I mean, MAGA communism is the equivalent of trying to have a band 30 years ago and being a DJ 15 years ago. Like, it's just, is this going to be, and I don't have to get a job? Cool. You really think that kid gives a shit about the world? Hell no. It's just a way not to have a job and be famous. And it's really easy. You don't have to know a lot of people to do it. You don't have to blow anybody to do it.
Hey.
Mouthfeel.
No, and you know, I think there's a way too. I mentioned Elon, but even Trump is a child in a lot of ways. Like, a lot of our politics reflects like his whatever comes up on his TV screen, and he's mad about. He'll make up fucking policy about it, right? He'll respond to just like, oh, this person hates, you know, made fun of me, so I'm gonna deport him.
He got to have a lot of fun in the late 90s when he got involved with pro wrestling, and it's like him and Vince McMahon got to pretend to be adults for a minute until they got into power, and then they got to be comic book bad guys.
Well, yeah, when you're rich, a lot of times you are catered to, and you know, a lot of times you don't have to grow up in a certain way, because if you're born rich, you have everything given to you. You don't have to accommodate other people. And so in a lot of ways, you are not forced to grow up.
Oh, I agree with that wholeheartedly. Wholeheartedly.
But in some ways, isn't Trump the most adult president? Skinniest, most attractive, youngest, most handsome.
Man, you had me until you said skinniest, and then I was like, oh, I see what's going on here.
Longest dong. Fucking.
In some ways. There are facts, and then there are alternative facts.
Yeah, speaking of like our generation, it's probably amazing how many people got the reference when Stormy Daniels said Trump looked like Toad from Mario.
So funny. So funny. So funny.
I'm sorry to have to.
Wow.
Think about
I didn't know that, and I was happy to not know that.
She said it looked like Toad from Mario.
I love
and
that.
And Gen X, you know, Gen Xers like, oh yeah, okay, I get it.
Got it.
But also really good at Mario Kart. Okay.
But to your point, talking about class, I mean, this kidulthood, how much you can access it varies, depending on your class and maybe to some extent whatever your privileges are, if we want to get into privilege discussions. I think that kidulthood looks different for women. And I'd like to ask you about that. How do you think it differs? And yeah, because I mean, you end your article talking about bad times make strong men and that sort of thing. So where do you see the ladies fitting into this? It's ladies' night. I don't know if you know
that. Well, okay, so I will say, like, give you one observation. Like, for instance, I live a couple blocks from like a pretty renowned bookstore here, and I see. I mean, it's cool that a lot of women are really into reading books still. I feel like a lot of dudes do not read books.
Performative males do.
Oh, performative males do. Well, they pretend to read, right? They're not with their
matcha reading. Latte.
They're not reading their bell hooks, you know. Come on, nobody has. Literally nobody has read a Bell Hooks book. Come on. Oh, is this
Lies.
for your Patreon subscribers? Come on, Jason.
No, bell hooks and who's that? And Audre Lorde. I read a book of Audre Lorde poetry. I wanted to see what I was doing wrong,
Oh, okay.
Oh.
and I found out it was just being young and black.
Oh.
Thanks, bell hooks.
So what I was going to say though is that I see a lot of women, like millennial women, line up to do YA book readings, and for the latest romantasy, like romantasy is huge among women, and I feel like that the whole romantasy genre. Are you guys familiar when I say romantasy?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of. You can explain it though.
Okay. It's sort of a well, I was going to say advanced version, not advanced, but a genre of romance novel where a lot of it is sort of like Twilight or things like that, where there's like creatures or monsters or like bad boys, and you could be like a fantastical period of time or whatever, and so there's just been a lot of genre fiction about that, and it's insane. I'll see like 230-year-olds in line for their latest romantasy. So that is an observation I've made. I will say that I think that probably that men in general are more susceptible to being kidults than women. Good job, ladies.
I think a lot of women are given a lot of responsibility earlier on than some of their male counterparts. And even then, it's like you're an adult. You're still expected to do things like take on elder care, all kinds of caretaking, emotional labor. Like you are pushed into adulthood. And I think that maybe for the ladies, some of this kidulthood is, I don't want to say self-care because that's whack, but like, soothing. It's not just I like Care Bears. I do, right?
I mean, I haven't met a Disney adult in a long time. I don't know if we shamed it out of them.
I see them online, but like how much of this is like soothing? The women with the candles, and you want things to be cozy, and some of that is just trying to take care of yourself because it is rough out here for all of us.
I dated a woman that made candles. Sorry.
Of course you did. And she read Bell Hooks, of course.
No, she did not. But she made candles. I was like, you sell those for fucking how much? No way.
Some women are, or some people are very into candles.
Tell us about the candles, right?
Oh no, I don't necessarily think candles are any kind of kidult thing. What was I going to say? I was going to respond to something.
Self-care.
Some of my colleagues. Oh yeah. Everything in moderation, right? Like some self-care. I was just reading about there's this trend now for young people to go to the sauna. Like there's a new chain of saunas and stuff like that. Like
I saw
everything
that.
in moderation. Like I still play video games on my phone. We all need an escape, but I think the thing with kidults is just luxuriating in that and have that escape be your permanent reality, right? And not ever facing responsibility and treating responsibility like it's a burden. It's too much for you to handle, and so you're sort of just in this permanent adolescence.
I felt that way living around musicians and being one myself. That it really took living, kind of truly immersing myself in this very, very kind of almost a dark world of professional musicians, that there's something to be said about not growing up in that world, especially the more successful that you get. You can kind of stay stuck being 18 forever.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but isn't the new oh god, what's that documentary? Just had a sequel. You know what I'm saying? The 70s rock documentary. They just had a movie sequel.
The 70s rock about the yacht rock?
No. The movie that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
Listeners, help us out.
Is a documentary movie?
It's a mockumentary.
Oh, Spinal Tap.
Spinal Tap, like Spinal Tap 2.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but it seems like a lot of that is sort of like, oh, we're old now, and we have to, we're still sort of luxuriating in our whatever that brand of kidulthood is.
It's one of those things where I don't know. It's kind of easy to me. It's easier to describe it with music because you go, okay, think about your favorite musician, and then go, how many of them have gray hair? Very few of them actually let their hair go gray. Like these cats hang on to their youth because part of what they do, and I don't care what genre of music it is, George Benson is still dyeing the fuck out of his facial hair and hair on his head.
George Benson's still alive?
Yeah, damn, Ryan. Racist. That's who robbed you. Do.
I would have let George Benson rob me. Come on. Silky voice, please.
But hanging on to your youth, not letting go of it, and staying in a world where you can like you said, one of the I don't know if we have a definition of what an adult is, but we know a lot of it has to do with being responsible, understanding what accountability means, and thinking about people besides yourself. The world.
And not only that, but like if you think about performance and like rock music and that kind of thing, or even somebody like Drake, is that you're the center of the universe, right? Mm-hmm. You're on stage. Everyone's looking at you. You are the center of the universe. And I think a lot of people keep that mentality of being the center of the universe. And I think that is sort of the kidult brand of thinking.
Ryan, read this comment inside your head, not out loud.
What?
Because of the flashback of the Arby's.
Oh, the trauma. That's wild.
No, I've been robbed several times since then, so I've put
all
that
white guys. Is there one white guy? Not one white.
Jesus.
A Latino. There was a Latino.
Oh man, we need some white people to rob you. If you're a white person in the greater, no.
I've been robbed of my dignity by white people. That's different.
Oh shit. Damn, man, we need some.
My landlord is white. He's robbing me, but that's a different.
There we go. White people, landlords, the biggest thief. Is he Jewish?
Oh
no. You know what? I'm talking to a reporter tomorrow because he's been involved in some shady shit, and I got paperwork. This is a side story, but yeah.
Wait. What happened? You're about to have a reporter standoff?
I'm feeding reporter information about my landlord because he's been involved in some shady shit.
Oh,
Jesus.
We had a sheriff's department, like a deputy come to my house to look for my landlord, and he fled to Florida. That's why he rented the place out to me. So I've been doing some journalism, and I've been tracking him. And I've been finding out his shady stuff.
wow.
Someone said, "Is the reporter searching for the Arby's?"
Okay. Can I tell you something about that?
Please.
I struggled. I went to the police department after I got robbed, and they're like, "Was it this man?" And I flipped through the book of suspects, and I was like, everybody there's most people in this book look the same to me. I cannot. I mean, if there was 2 guys in this book, I could do it. But there's like 100 guys.
You're like, brother, they all look like Tyson. I don't know what to tell you.
Again, 2 guys. I could have pegged him, but not.
Don't
100.
say that. Don't say that.
Said studies show I am incapable of doing it.
Oh, come on now. Be an adult.
No, not anymore. No, not anymore. I was trying to explain juggling, and everybody got mad.
Good
Why?
Lord.
Because you can't say juggling balls without people looking at you all weird.
Jason got very homoerotic and lost in the pantomime of it all.
See, juggling used to be an interesting hobby that people don't do anymore.
Yo-yos.
There used to be like a thing that like, oh, I want to seem interesting to women, or maybe not, maybe to my friends.
Mhm.
I'm gonna juggle. That was something that people did.
Magic tricks.
Yeah.
When's the last time you saw somebody juggle? I'm gonna write an article about that. When's the last time you saw someone juggle?
That's what we're missing. Not Labubus.
Yeah.
Swing dance. There's certain things that I think people are afraid to do, and there's certain behaviors that I feel like people are afraid to have, for being extra. Oh, Ryan, you juggle. You're so extra. Like bar tricks. I haven't seen a young person do a bar trick. Remember, there's always somebody in a bar that would bet you $5 that they could do some stupid thing, and like, let me see that you do the stupid thing. And they do the stupid thing, and you give them $5.
Like
No.
Tom Cruise in that movie.
what
No,
movie?
that's like
Cocktail?
profession. That's like professional. Man, we're really getting into Gen X culture there, talking about cocktail.
Brian Brennan and Tom Cruise. That fucking
Brian Dennehy, right?
I thought it was
Wait,
Brian Brennan.
no.
Brian Dennehy's the bigger guy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I thought that bartenders, after I saw the trailer for Cocktail as a young man, I was like, bartenders are like pilots.
Mm.
I mean, if you don't go from fucking Top Gun to being a garbage man. He was like, Cocktail.
A lot of bartenders are adults because they have to look after these patrons, these people that are drinking too much. They have to be their like therapist. They have to like make sure they're not drinking 10 shots in a night. They're pretty responsible, man.
I don't know who you've been hanging around, but all the bartenders I know do massive amounts of cocaine.
No.
Haven't seen their kids in forever.
I was trying.
And the dudes have at least one DV charge.
Well, yeah, I guess yes, the bartenders after like the age of 35, you have to watch out for.
Ooh, we just lost half of our patron base.
There's geriatric at 35. You recall a conversation I was having with Ryan.
No, I love bartenders. So I don't know why I sounded like Trump there.
Very fine people.
I love the bartenders.
I love them. I do a game night with the bartenders. They're very smart guys. They think on their feet. They're never doing cocaine at all. What are you talking about, guy? They all have nasal issues because it's allergy season. Should tell that to your bartender friends. They'll be cracking the fuck up doing this. Yeah, man, that's funny as shit. Ryan, what do you got in the pipeline? We kept you too long. What do you got in the pipeline?
I wrote a piece that's coming out actually in the morning. Just a quick response to this shooting, the ICE shooting. And I was trying to compare, like a lot of people are talking about how the spate of violence is kind of a throwback to the 70s, but in a different way than the Gen X that we know. So I was just trying to say that a lot of the violence that's been going on does not look a lot like the leftist violence from the 70s, because that was organized, where a lot of the stuff going on right now is lone wolf.
Yeah, what's the story with this shooting so far?
As far as I know, they named him, his name is like Joshua John, and he's just another, white dude in his 20s, man. These guys need to grow up.
Fuck. Has he been okay? I want to ask you this real quick.
Yeah.
The guy that killed those kids in Moscow, Idaho, the young man that shot CK, and now this shooter, have they been pretty quiet? Well, this shooter's dead.
Yeah. What's the? I'm sorry. What's the Idaho one?
The guy that stabbed those girls, or actually stabbed kids. There was a dude too, in Moscow, Idaho, a couple years ago.
I actually am not familiar with that one.
Wow, am I the only one that cared about the death of white
Years
people?
ago, though.
It's like 2.
There's so much going on, Jason.
Jeez, but it was a pretty fucking horrible murder. He just walked in their house and stabbed the shit out of them.
What about Luigi? That would have been a good thread to add in.
Luigi also has been pretty quiet.
Yeah. They dropped the terrorism charge for him.
But yeah, back in the 70s, they had like groups like the Weathermen. There was even like a Palestinian liberation group that were like hijacking planes and taking people hostage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, real stuff. The occupation of Alcatraz.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're just doing one-offs.
Well, because they're not parts of any groups, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm saying is like the difference between now and the 70s. But what Trump is doing is he's acting like it's organized. And so he's going after a lot of leftist groups, saying that a lot of this violence is organized. And that's bullshit.
I do agree.
Also, the next wave of McCarthyism is going to be fun. You're gonna have to be scared that more than guns are gonna appear on your stream.
Oh, there's a lot of words you can't say as well.
Okay. Well, soon it'll be socialism, so have fun with that.
You know you can't say Labubu. And it's so cute. See? Look how cute.
I find it fascinating that there's words that people say outside of the online space that makes me mad when someone says unalived outside. It's like, you can say the word, dude. No one's watching you. Say it. Say suicide. Say it. You can say it. You totally can say it. You know why I know that? Because they won't demonetize your video for it. But if it's in the title, they will.
Yeah, it just shows that how like the chilling of free speech can sort of be infiltrated into like the real world, because people are so used to saying unalive that they probably stop thinking about it at a certain point.
But doesn't that feed into like everyone has market logic on the brain at all times? That's why I don't like it. It's like, why are you speaking in this market logic way where you're thinking about not getting ad dollars? You can say whatever you want. Don't write it in the fucking comments.
It's also
if they're saying unalive, tell them that they're losers and they need to go outside.
Talk like your dad.
Yeah, because that's a sign of being too online. If you're saying unalive in person, I'm gonna slap you.
It is. I think it's weird when people say IRL like offline, because it's what I feel like Jim from The Office. What are you doing? In real life? What is that? But that's how people talk online. And for some people, that's how they primarily talk.
And we should do bowling. We should do a TIR bowling night. Who is down to do bowling night with me for TIR? What is this show called again? This is Revolution. Who's down to do bowling night? Okay.
You forgot the name of the show.
I forget.
Why don't you start a bowling league and play against other podcasts?
They don't want that smoke. First of all, because I was the 1986 state champion of the state.
Look at this one.
Okay. What way to ball you roll?
Oh, you want me to show it to you?
Uh-oh.
You got your ball with you?
Yep.
Good grief.
I'm looking right at it. I'm being totally serious.
Has anyone in the stream ever seen your ball? Oh
He
shit.
wears very short shorts, so probably someone's seen his ball. At least one ball.
You know, a real man gets his own ball holes drilled.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I haven't taken it out in a long time, and it's really dirty.
that's what he said.
That's what, you know, growing up in the Midwest, you know, that's the mark of a man, is getting your holes drilled, getting sized up, taking your 14, 16 pounder. Oh shit.
You thought it was a game, and it's got negative weight, so it attacks the pocket.
Oh.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is that like a nickname like Meteor or Fireball or
Is there a J on it?
It's a cyclone. And of
Black
course it's got a
hole?
fingertip
Okay.
grip because I know how to bowl. Yeah. It's not if any podcasters want that fucking smoke, I'm here for it. We can bowl for money.
Mm.
Wow.
You can do a debate while at the bowling alley.
That's how the show gets huge.
Yeah, you could bring back, you could do a version of Charlie Kirkism, but do it on a bowling alley. Let's see how those arguments hold up on the smooth lanes.
Yeah, it's like I can't take you seriously, man. You can't pick up the 710. I can't take you seriously, okay?
Oil those balls up and let's see what you really got.
Oh, we're not gonna oil the balls up. I don't know what kind of fucking.
All right, oil your lane up. I'm sorry.
You're laying up. Whoa.
Let's do. I'm serious. Let's go bowling. Let's go TIR bowling. Would you go TIR bowling, Toussaint?
Sure. Bring back third spaces. We need those.
She goes,
That's what
sure.
That's what Ryan's all about. Third spaces. So hey, let's do it.
All right. We're gonna go bowling. Ryan, it's
Not
always
bowling
a pleasure.
alone. We're bowling with podcasters.
I will bowl alone and not give a fuck. I'll feel so happy. Oh, you weren't at Ben Burgess' birthday. We went bowling. He goes. There's a place in LA. It's like a bowling alley, like a hip bowling alley.
Mm.
But bowling is not what it used to be. It was over $100 to bowl.
Well, it ain't what it used to be.
Ain't what it used to
be. Leave your Doja Cat at home. Our pins are white. Our balls are black.
Could someone put on some Johnny Cash, please? I really want to get the book. My first job was keeping score at a bowling alley filled with angry adults that were chain smoking. And those old timey white guys that don't exist anymore that had cigarettes in their rolled up sleeve. Yeah. That was my first job. I was 11.
That's illegal.
Working in the bowling mines. Oh man, the old
Bowling mine.
Yeah, the old charming child labor.
It's a fact.
Yeah,
Can you bowl, Ryan? Did you bowl growing
Child
up?
labor used to be cute. Yeah, dude, we won the Chicago Media League Bowling League in 2017.
So you have your own balls.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I finally took it out of the trunk, though. I haven't been bowling in a while. I used to keep it in my trunk just in case I rolled up to somebody that had a bowling alley.
Pop off. Shit about to pop off.
Yeah, I'm not, I work myself up, like a man. I went from like a 110 average to a 137.
Are you using a proper bowling ball? You're not doing that fucking.
Oh, I got my ball drilled. Fit my fingers. I got my 14 pounder.
Oh, that's why you're 137. You're too grown. You're too grown, dude. You're gonna leave stupid splits because you're too strong. That's why you're leaving crazy splits. You need 16 pounds.
I'm a man of finesse. I'm not a man of power. Just like my writing.
Even if you are throwing at a moderate speed. You're just too strong, and you're going to leave insane splits with 14 pounds.
All right, well, I'm gonna have to bowl with you, and you teach me how. It could be like a ghost. You could teach me. You could teach me how to bowl.
But
I can hold your ball.
Wow.
That's the buddy cop movie that no one knew they wanted.
That's right. That's right. I could take you to the mean streets of Springfield. You could take me to the bowling alley.
I feel like
I would buy you a big roast beef sandwich.
Oh.
That sounds like code.
Even if you're not holding a knife.
Dude, I feel like the mean streets of Springfield. It's like those 80s movies when they go to the black side of town. It's like doom doom doom. The bass line kicks in, and it's just a bunch of sad black people walking, little kids smoking cigarettes. I was talking to Teray about that. I was like, why did John Hughes have this fucked up view of black people that they were all really old? Like the scary ones were all 48. Remember in Weird Science? They go to that old blues club in Chicago.
No.
What?
No.
What? That dude Robin, you really make you not see black people.
No, last movie I saw where there was a old blues guys in Chicago was what's that vampire movie that just came out?
Oh, Sinners.
Sinners, yeah. Yep. Weird Science, no. Sinners, yes.
Jason has watched every 80s movie and TV show yesterday.
Yeah.
So he remembers everything.
Come on,
Well,
dude. That's the scene where Anthony Michael Hall is like, the bitch had big old titties.
See?
Dude, yeah. I mean, that's why I can't go back to some of this nostalgia, because I'm sure if I saw like, I don't know, License to Drive again, I would be appalled.
Oh no!
Like this is too retarded for me.
What's scary is go back and watch Revenge of the Nerds.
There's like rape scenes, like yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, seeing that I feel woke when I watch that shit.
Oh, Betty, no. It's not Roy.
Yeah. I mean, Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny did like kind of like, I don't know if you call it rape, but I don't know. Okay, I gotta go to bed. I don't.
Oh, Pepe Le Pew. You mean
Pepe Le Pew.
Yeah, Revenge of the Nerds is one of those movies that we cannot watch for TIR movie night. But tomorrow night we will be watching Night of the Juggler, and I mean juggle like you're juggling balls, not like your jugular vein. The Juggler.
Don't know it.
Wow.
Go watch it. Watch. It's on YouTube. Ryan.
Sounds bad.
It's a very good movie. It is a very, very good movie. I think it has one of the better depictions of late 70s, early 80s New York.
Better than the Warriors?
Yes. Because there's not 30-year-old gangsters. It's a bunch of like little kids. It's really good.
Okay.
It's James Brolin, who you may know as Josh's dad.
Yeah.
Really, really good. I'll give you the link if you want to watch it with us tomorrow.
All right. Well, I gotta host trivia and to cater to all the kidults, but
can you put a trivia question in about that movie?
no one's gonna get that. No
Nope.
one's gonna get it.
That's how you don't you win when they lose? Is it like Vegas?
No, I'm not the house, man.
Puts the money in his pocket.
No, I just get money when people come in. I got $3 a head.
Damn. For all 14
I know. You would think inflation I can get 4, but nope.
We gotta move this guy back to Brooklyn so he can actually make some real trivia money.
Totally.
Ryan, seriously, thank you. And I do want to have bowling night with you.
Yeah, sounds good. Say goodnight to loyalty, everybody.
Jesus Christ.
Aw.
Thank you, Ryan.
All right, good night, guys. Thanks for having me.
Good night. What color is your Labubu, Jason?
I'm sorry?
What color is your Labubu?
I feel like you're talking about something you shouldn't be talking about.
We talked about mouthfeel and drilling holes in balls.
Do not. No, I don't have a Labubu.
I thought you did, but you had Dubai chocolate.
My friend
Mm-hmm.
works at a chocolate place, and they were making some sort of Dubai chocolate, and he gave me some of the chocolate that he makes at the chocolate place he makes chocolate at. So don't act like I'm out here buying Dubai chocolate and Labubus and matchas. I am not. And
matcha lattes.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. My pants are not baggy.
You don't have a book that you walk around with?
No, not at all. I have books I have to read. I'm reading a book right now for the show next week. We got books all next month.
Really?
Yep. Every week there's a book show.
Yikes.
That's the same thing I said when I booked it. I was like, oh, this is going to suck. So, I mean, suck in the sense of this is a lot of work for me, but not suck for you. That? For you, the viewers, you guys get like, that's an interesting book. For me, I'm like, fuck. Maybe I should just read the fucking publicist notes. Why? I'll just be like everyone else and just read the publicist notes.
The Cliff Notes.
Yeah, but I can't. I feel like if you're going to come on the show and I'm supposed to talk about your book, I don't want to. The worst book interview I've ever seen is with Barbara Ehrenreich. And it was for a book she wrote in like 89. I can't remember the name of it. And they all kind of carry a similar theme, talking about professional managerial class stuff. And the host was the MSNBC book host. But this is when MSNBC was like a different station. And you could tell there was no money. Right. It's a simple set. I think it's just a backdrop behind him. The set was probably as big as where I'm talking right now. And at one point he looks at her and he goes, she gave some very long answer to a really stupid question. Like, what's this book about? And he just kind of stared at her and goes, this cover, what made you do this for a cover?
When they talk about the cover.
Yeah. And she was like, I don't have any input in it. He goes, really? Because this cover it's fascinating. And then he gets the book and he opens it and he goes, dedicated. And he read the dedication. He's like, who are they to you? He was like, you didn't read the book. You didn't read the book. You didn't even read the intro.
So this blurb on the back. Yes. How do you know Noam Chomsky?
Did these people read the book? How did they get it first? Are you like sending them pages as you go? What do you...
Did Noam Chomsky say anything to you about the book? What did he say? Did he like it?
Yeah, Sean Moon. Yeah, Fear of Falling. Fear of Falling was the book. It's a hilarious interview. I found it on YouTube. And before we go, say happy birthday, Tony Red.
That's right. Happy birthday, Tony Red.
Leave a comment for Tony and tell him happy birthday. If you're listening to this later, tell Tony happy birthday anyway. Also, if you're listening to this later, one of the things I always forget to do is if you're listening to this and we are going to a champagne room and you go, I want to listen to the champagne room and I'm listening on Apple and I don't know how to find it. If you become a paid subscriber, you will get access to the champagne room. Mm-hmm. So if you enjoyed the yucks in the first hour, oh boy, behind a paywall, we say all the racist things. Basically, we break all these taboos and just go down a rabbit hole of degeneracy. That's what you're looking for.
But sometimes we do extend the conversation.
We do.
You never know what you're going to get, really.
It is like a box of very expensive chocolates, not those Ferrero Rochers. These fucking things suck. If someone gave those to you, they don't love you because they got it at CVS 5 minutes before the event. They
Sounds like somebody is used to Dubai chocolate.
Wow.
A little bit of palate elevation, a little bit of mouthfeel interest there.
Look, I only had the one piece. He gave one to me, and his girlfriend was here, and he gave one to his girlfriend. His girlfriend was like, I don't like it. And I was like, are you going to eat it? She's like, no. And I took hers.
You took hers? I was going to ask, do you even like it?
I took hers, and then I had a date that was coming the following week, but I saved hers for the date.
Of course you had a date.
Yeah, sorry. Sometimes someone's like, this. I'll try it. What do I got to lose? The colored guy makes me laugh.
I'm allergic to pistachios. Jason, no.
Get my EpiPen. Why do I sound like Larry King?
Get my EpiPen, not my Ozempic. Wrong needle, Jason. I'm gonna die.
There you go. That is the problem with having an allergic reaction to something you're not allergic to in 2025. You're gonna get hit with the Ozempic before you get hit with your EpiPen.
You're gonna lose weight on the way to the hospital.
No, that's my Dianabol. I also do steroids so I can be fit in my 40s.
I want to say shout out to C. Derek Varn, who popped into the chat briefly.
Shout out.
He said, I was never a child.
Yeah, I read it too, just like that. I read it with an accent, with a fucking Southern dandy accent. All of a sudden, I was never a child. Sips his Diet Coke like a mint julep.
He was like,
with a fan. He's got a fan.
This is Cardi B moment. Her new album is called Am I the Drama? So I told Varn he was the drama.
If he's
never a child.
I hope he's cracking the fuck up.
Varn said, am I the baddie? And I said, you are a baddie.
Aww. Did he giggle? Did he giggle? LOL.
LOL.
I'm still thinking about the needles in someone's purse. And it's like the scene in the movie where is the red or the green? We only have 10 seconds. Careful.
This is terrible.
It's Ozempic. That's my lip filler.
Oh, God.
I'm sorry, ma'am. You're just going to have to die.
We can't figure this out.
We weren't that close. I don't know. Sorry, I don't know what to say.
We're going to go bowling without you.
Yeah, we're going. We already booked the lanes. There's a cancellation fee.
Yeah, Ben and Ryan are here. Sorry.
Mm. But the fellas are already there. They're just like
the fellas are ready with their balls. It's so ridiculous.
Drea says she wants to go bowling and get a beef and cheddar. I feel like people that eat at Arby's on purpose are dangerous individuals. You fear nothing. Nothing.
They have the meats.
Sure. I just never trusted an Arby's sandwich.
I've never been to an Arby's. I don't know.
Arby's, like
I think they're in New York. twice.
Like, yeah, and both times I was like, why am I here? Like, what do
You like,
you what are
you
you
like Denny's
offering
stuff.
me? I'm not look. This is from a man that does enjoy. Like, I crossed the border. People are like, dude, where do you want to go? I'm like, Denny's. They're like, oh, no,
Yeah.
really? I'm like, Denny's? I don't know. What do you want me to tell you? I don't want to pay way too much money for shitty food.
This
I
is
want to watch a
America.
fight. I can watch a real life fight in front of me. It's 2 a.m. We're gonna watch a fight, and fucking strawberry lemonade's pretty good. I've
Mm.
never ruined a pancake.
Hey, that's something, I suppose.
I can take you to Denny's. It's
Can
good
you?
for the family. Yes, you can eat a pancake.
I could. Theoretically, metaphorically, eat a pancake.
This to me is like the most evil insult. Jason eats border crossing churros.
Ooh.
I do not.
In traffic?
No, because I know that's just where the botulism is. No,
Mm-mm.
not eating any food that they're knocking on my window. No,
They're
no,
instant ran wrap, Jason.
they're not, Toussaint. That's another thing. This nigga been walking. He walks from the actual fence, the actual fucking fence, all the way down to the Smart and Final, holding the shit like 10 banana cream pies.
They're not an individual saran wrap. All of them are in saran wrap.
No,
When you
them
get yours, you taste it out.
he walks. I have seen the man, Latin fellow, yay big, mustache, big hat, walks from the fence all the way to the Smart and Final and comes back a little bit lighter with the churros because there's a few idiots that bought them ice cold churros.
Mm.
All day, flies on them. He done dropped a couple on the walk.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
They sell footlongs at Subway. Footlong churros now. If you feel like Subway's more sanitary than the border crossing
I
lady.
walk by a Subway and I haven't seen the foot-long churro ad because I don't want to. And if I do see it in Mexico, I will take a picture for you.
They
And
have
I'll send it.
footlong chocolate chip cookies
You need you to
and
stop saying foot-long.
footlong nachos.
On.
Footlong nachos. So
No, there's
do with
nothing.
that information what you will.
I don't need a churro is like the regular churro guy. I think he passed away.
Oh.
He was like 100 years old, but they're like yay big. They're small little like churro bites, and they get chocolate or whatever you want on top of it, and they're really good. They make them for you fresh out of the fucking deep fryer, and it's this massive deep fried thing. It's great, but when that dude is walking on the border crossing. Anything someone has for you, this shit is not hot and ready. It is cold and deadly.
Speaking of hot and ready,
Ooh.
Zahir is asking me, what kind of mouthfeel do those footlong churros have, MT? Well, Zahir, I'm just saying, mouthfeel is a real thing. Just like Ryan was talking about the salt and sugar balance. These companies understand supply and demand. But the thing with food is you can supply all you want, but there's only ever going to be so much demand. So they figured out we got to find ways to make people eat more. And one of those ways is mouthfeel. It's very effective.
Maybe that's why I like carrot raisin salad. It has a great mouthfeel.
You had to bring that in.
I made carrot raisin salad the other day, and I got a new brand of raisin.
Did you?
This is how cheap I am. And I won't say the American price. I'm sure you guys can figure this out. You guys are like, Jason, is really times are tough. Yes, times are tough. There was two things of raisins. There's the raisin brand that I usually get.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like this other raisin brand that was 7 pesos cheaper. So the raisin brand I usually get is 27 pesos, and this one was 20 pesos. And they were the same weight, but the brand I usually get had fuller, thicker raisins.
I know how you like them thick.
Thick, plump pasas.
That's right.
So Jason fucks with the price. Don't be whiter than me. I got 2 bags of them, and I added 4. It's a 4-carat. It's a 4-carat salad.
Hey.
Right. And I'm getting super fancy with the mayonnaise sauce.
Are these all orange carrots? You don't do different colors. Okay.
Well, different color carrots are too expensive, Toussaint. It's not that time. It is not that time.
I
We're
understand.
not balling like that on the show.
Okay. All right.
So, right, it's made, and I'm eating it, and damn near every raisin is all stem.
Oh.
Yeah, just stems.
So you eating straw?
Oh my
carrots.
god. Yeah, it's rough.
Yikes.
It is rough. That's the 7 peso difference. So I'm eating raisins like fucking fried chicken. Like, I mean,
No. I would have said like watermelon because you're spitting the stems out, like spitting out the seeds.
The stem was so big it went through the raisin. It was like,
where are these grown? What are these raisins? These quote
I
unquote
was eating peppercorns at a certain point.
That's wild. This is why Drea wants you to start a garden.
Oh, because I can grow my own raisins? I don't know if that works that way. Raisins are not
maybe
real.
The carrots. So you save on the carrots and you can spend on the raisins. The quality raisins.
Sorry, Jason just got the same experience as buying a bag of shit.
What?
When your weed is all sticks and stems. No, these were not sun-made. It is a bag of raisins in the... I don't even think we have sun-made here.
I don't know why you experimented. Like,
I was like, grab the bag, grab the bag,
It was the ancestors telling you.
And I was like, how many stems are really going to be in this? Dude, it was like tree bark in this shit.
Wild.
Yeah. Stuart says 25% savings.
That's what's important. Sean Moon said discount raisins. Sound bad when you say it like that.
Times are hard when everything you buy at the store is about, like, you're looking at the price like, do I really need?
Can I eat dry cereal? Do I really need milk?
Oh, I stopped eating cereal a long time ago. It's so expensive. Someone
in the chat said they were telling C. Derek Varn that cereal is dog food for humans.
I started to feel that way, and I was like, I don't think I need this in my life. I think it would be better if I didn't eat this, and it's been better. I don't need it.
I think that's objectively true. I wanted to get back into it, then I had issues with the milk and my fridge. This whole thing.
Cereal was made to not masturbate?
That's true.
What?
Yeah, if you look at the origins of cereal, that's what it was about. America's a weird country.
Like,
religious.
Like, look, I love walking down the cereal aisle and looking at things that sound delicious. There's a churros, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch. They had a churro Toast Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dude, I totally would have gotten that. but I'm like, nope.
No. They have like churro Tostitos, corn chips.
Are they good?
I told myself no. Like,
Yes,
I have enough problems.
I've said this before. I know I said it in the champagne room. I don't know if so what you're getting right now is kind of an example of what happens usually after the main show. Toussaint and I usually we like watch videos, kind of keep the conversation going, but there's a lot more interaction with what's going on in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, let's put the chat on the screen so people can get the real champagne room feel.
Put chat on the screen.
Put the chat on the screen. Drea goes, Jason, you do realize you can't grow raisins.
Drea she's hilarious.
I do realize that you cannot grow raisins. But what were we just talking about? I was going to make a point about something.
Churros.
Oh, cereal. One of the sponsorships that I wanted to get because it actually paid pretty well was Magic Spoon.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a time when we actually had met the qualifications for the audio podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We have messed with, for those that don't know, we've messed with the genre qualification. When this show started, Apple just put us in the qualification of music shows.
Mm-hmm.
So we were getting hella listens. And then we changed it to a news show, and then it just dropped off, and it hasn't gotten to where it was when it was just a music show. But when I was trying to get the Magic Spoon deal, I looked to see how much it cost.
Mm-hmm.
Holy moly, that cereal's hell of expensive.
It's a little bit of kidulthood.
And apparently it's gross.
What? I didn't hear that about it.
A friend of mine, someone said like 30 a box. It's super expensive. It's like 11, it's like 10 or $11 a box.
Yeah.
And it's a service. It's a cereal service.
Mm.
And I didn't know what it was. I really thought it was, oh hey, I'm advertising my cereal. Because everybody kept talking about Magic Spoon. And it's supposed to be gluten-free and all these other magical things. It makes your dick bigger. Magic Spoon.
It's RFK approved. There's no red dye.
My hair grew back with Magic Spoon. So I didn't know it was a subscription service. And I was like, wait a minute, a subscription service to cereal sounds stupid. But how much are they paying again? But how much are you paying again? And I couldn't do it because I was like, I can't lie, first and foremost. Like the sponsorships I would love to get would be for things that no one would want that watches this shows, like a Marshall amp deal.
Okay.
ESP guitars, right? EMG pickups. Like I would totally shill that shit on this show. Like, you like the intro? It was played with these.
You would do for raisins. No one on the show wants those. So
I would if a raisin deal came along, someone's like, we got a wind of you, young man, and you like the cut of your jib. Do you want to be the Sun-Made Man? Yes.
Oh my Lord, could you imagine?
I would just eat. You know how I don't eat on screen because it's super rude? I would eat carrot raisin salad on screen.
Jason with an apron full of holding up an apron of raisins in the sun.
Choosy moms. Choose Jif. Oh, dude. There's a few things I would. Reese's Pieces. I don't know what they put in Reese's Pieces. RFK might be correct.
Hey.
I paid $9.99 at the Bakersfield truck stop for a bag of Reese's Pieces for no good reason. They did keep me awake for the entire 10-hour drive.
Yeah.
And after I came back home, caffeinated out of my mind, shaking, I couldn't stop eating the Reese's Pieces, Tucson. I was like, E.T.
I believe it. I can't eat them anymore. They make my tummy hurt. But I just bought 2 bags of them. They're not for me. I look at them and I say, those are not for me. I'm giving them away.
You gave away a bag of Reese's Pieces?
Well, I have 2 bags that I'm going to give
Oh
away.
my God. Was it $10 or did I pay too much because I was at a truck stop?
I went to Dollar Tree and there was a bag of mixed Kit Kat with Reese's Pieces for $5. I felt it was overpriced, but I liked the mixture. It covered some bases for me. So, yeah. And then I bought another pack of Reese's Pieces there for like $1.50 or something. I got the pumpkins, the Reese's Pieces pumpkins for Halloween. I am making a care package for Halloween for a certain professor's kids in Missouri.
Fuck. Nothing for me, huh?
No.
Come
No.
on, man. I need the bag of Reese's. Dude, I don't know what it is about the chocolate and peanut butter in the last month or so.
Mm-hmm.
Because they sell candy that fell off a truck at the flea market. Super cheap. So I was, eating so much. I was like, I think I might have diabetes now. I've passed the threshold of what is acceptable
Yes.
for eating. Can you please help me? Because I can't find Reese's Pieces here in this country.
Really?
I have to go to the Reese's Pieces dealer, and sometimes they're not holding.
Oh, I can send you Halloween branded Reese's Pieces for Christmas because they will be at a discount. How about that?
Oh, dude.
Boom.
Yeah, I love off-season candy too, by the way.
Done.
I'm a big fan of off-season candy. If anyone wants to send me off-season candy,
Mm-hmm.
these are things I will give you my address for. Off-season candy, huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
Everlasting Gobstoppers, massive fan.
Wow.
Your unwanted fruitcakes.
You
Huge.
do like fruitcakes.
I love fruitcake.
Do you like those the Italian cakes, panettone?
Yes.
We did discuss
Panettone?
this before.
Yes.
Can't stand those.
The
Cannot stand
pantomimes. Yeah.
gross.
Yes.
Do you like those
wanna-
tricolor like cake cookie things?
Is it
You
like
okay?
yes? Is it kind of like fruitcake? I
A
know
little
exactly
bit.
what Hostess makes them. Yes. Send it. Send it.
Yeah, you're weird.
Send those
See?
things.
McRub says Jason gets weirder by the episode. Exactly. Exactly. Stuart McGill says, don't they have spicy candy in Mexico?
Yes.
That's
I
what
don't
Salma
want
Hayek
fucking
says.
spicy- I don't want spicy candy.
She grew up with it.
I did. There was a woman that came here and she put me on the mangoes with the
The spices?
the spicy, yeah. The
Tahini?
dried mangoes, the tahine and the dried mangoes, those are addictive. I love those. If
Okay.
you don't have to send those because those are here, but
Okay.
there's things that I cannot get. Fruitcake is one of them. It's not a thing here. Again, Reese's Pieces, I'll take. Everlasting Gobstoppers, yes, send them. 4630 Border Village Road.
Don't do that. Dox yourself. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Send those things. I will gladly accept all the candy that you guys probably have in your house. You're like, I'm never gonna eat this. Who's gonna eat a whole thing of fucking Everlasting Gobstoppers? I'm gonna eat a thing of Everlasting Gobstoppers.
Here's the thing. I have a small pack of what is it? What is it called? Oh, I'm gonna look it up.
Jason, a Costco pallet size of dude. That's my demise right there. Big Costco pallet of Reese's Pieces.
What's that candy you said you hate?
I don't know. Almond or anything with nuts. So I hate the peanut butter or peanut M&Ms. I hate the almond M&Ms. I hate fucking
the
Snickers.
chocolates with the like almonds on the outside.
Almond Joy?
No, the ones that are like supposed to be expensive, but you said they get them at CVS.
Oh, the Ferrero Rochers.
There we go, Ferrero Rocher. I have a small box of those.
Don't send those. Give those to somebody you hate. Don't fucking send those to
I was
me.
gonna donate some clothes and then like slip it in one of the bags.
If you gave me for look, here they're fancy, and I tell people all the time, I was like, that's not fancy. Don't you dare eat that. And I slap it out of their hand. Don't do it. You're better than that.
I had a friend who loved those. I used to call her Camilla Soprano.
If candy corn, if you guys hate candy corn, I love candy corn.
Do you?
My grandfather, so I lived with my grandparents for a short time when I was little, and my grandfather had candy corn, and I thought it was magic. Anything he had, I thought it was magic. I don't know why. And he had candy corn, and I tried to eat it like corn. And I still eat it that way today as a grown man.
You put butter on it? What are you talking about? Jason putting candy corn and tacos in Mexico. What are you doing? Candy corn like corn?
Can you imagine bringing someone over and candy corn and tacos, just like my pappy used to make?
For Halloween, it's seasonal.
No, I eat the ends off.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
You
Don't know
are a
why.
weird guy.
I eat the ends off first.
You're weird. I've been wanting Jolly Ranchers lately. Did you know that some of them, you have to check, are made in the United States and they're union made?
What am I checking for? Am I going to fucking salute them as I eat it?
I don't know. You gotta check the package to make sure we're there.
It's like, is that a thing? Like, what's here's to you, brother.
I was gonna send some red ones to a comrade, and that's when I learned all that information.
Choki says Swiss or Belgian chocolate, any chocolate.
Hi, Choki.
Any chocolate, I will take it. But again, Gobstoppers, Reese's Pieces. What else can't you get here? Fruitcake. I know you people hate fruitcake.
Everyone hates fruitcake. It's
Who fucking hates fruitcake?
They're doorstops.
Oh my god! I told you what my daughter says to me, right?
They're paperweights.
No, my daughter gives me when I see my daughter, she gives me a present every time I see her, and it's usually like candy or cookies or something for the drive home. She's like, here for the drive home, and she gave me a strawberry Snickers or something like that, and I never seen it. I was like, oh, I've never seen it, and I said, this looks good, and she always looks at her boyfriend. She's like, see, I told you. And I'm like, what? She goes, we just look at things that look gross and we buy it for you.
Oh, you are not supposed to give up the secret.
she said it with that level of confidence. Like, I see, look at that asshole. Like,
look at that asshole.
Who eats this shit?
It's terrible. He's pretty much a hot Cheeto guy. Like this. That's terrible.
Yeah, she and you should see the look on her face. It's always like this shit-eating grin. Like, man, look at that.
That is so funny. I tell you, and I've told you more than once, that men with daughters live longer. She is putting maybe an average of 2 extra years onto your life. And you always tell me some story like this, and you're like, no, she's not.
She's definitely trying to take years off just for the fun of it. Not even because she's mad. She's like, I just want to see how much power I actually wield.
I saw this little girl being interviewed, and she starts the interview and she's like, my dad is gorgeous. And then in the next sentence, she's like, sometimes I tell him he's fat. I just like to see what he's gonna do. Like, wow. That took a turn.
Someone says with a strawberry filling. I think it was I actually didn't like it. I do think sometimes we have this, like, she doesn't understand too that sometimes I get happy in the same way you get happy when your kid draws you a picture and it's really ugly.
You're not supposed to say that. Jason's looking at the picture. What is this violence that you drew? Is someone beating you that I don't know about?
my son that's 7, he actually has kind of ridiculous artistic talent. And I had to show people. Have I showed you some of his pictures?
Maybe you've shown me one or two before. I'm not sure.
I was like, no fucking way. I was like, you really drew this? I think I actually cursed. I was like, so I bought him this little he likes dinosaurs, and I was talking to him, and I was in Tijuana, and we walked by this person that was just selling these little toy dinosaurs that were like this big. I was like, oh, do you want one? He's like, yeah. And there's a couple bucks. So I brought it to him when I saw him, and to occupy his time, his mom gives him his colored pencils and paper, and he put the dinosaur on the paper, and he just sat there and fucking drew it.
Wow.
And then he gave it to him. He colors it too, and he gave it to me. And it was Father's Day, so he was like, "Hey, look what I did." And his mom was like, "Is that for your dad?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's for Father's Day." And it's on my refrigerator, and I'm like, "Fuck!" And I walk by it like, yeah, better than your kid. Because there's so many. I've been to so many people's houses. And the kid draws a picture, and it looks, look, this is mommy, and she's all goofy looking, and I made her nose bigger so she can be more insecure.
No.
Right? Like that's and it's okay. We laugh.
And then I drew the milkman. And the pool boy.
This is daddy crying all the time on the weekends because I only see him for 4 hours.
And he lives in a lonely guy apartment building.
We used to have multiple bedrooms. Now my dad rents a room. This is dad in the room crying. He's always crying.
He eats factor meals and he cries.
This is my dad's friend Sharon. When she's over, I have to sleep on the couch.
Sharon.
You fucking whore. Daddy says treat her like mommy. And this is a picture of mommy being angry at Sharon. You know what's horrible right now? Anyone listening to this, and they'll be listening to this later, they're going to be driving home with so much PTSD. They were like, I was that little boy.
No.
And there's going to be a bunch of dudes. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Strumming my pain with his podcast. Just a single tear.
McRub says Jason's trauma depth. Fuck yeah, I am. If you didn't experience, I've experienced the full fucking circle. I was the kid who dared to have fun with my stepmom. Oh my God. When I was 6, my parents divorced when I was young. My dad and mom I don't even get into it. They were a mess, as most parents were. It was the 80s. But my soon-to-be stepmom made cookies with me. And it was the first time anyone let me participate in the kitchen. And she passed away. She was a really nice woman. Mm-hmm. And I was so happy that I got to make cookies. And I fucked up. I fucked up the cookies. There's eggshell in them.
Oh.
She was laughing at me and
not
laughing at me like, you fucked up, you little kid, smoking. She wasn't doing that. She wasn't like large Marge. She was just like, oh, it's okay. And I went home. My mom was like, what'd you do at your dad's house? Actually, she didn't say that. She called my dad by his name. So I call my father by his name because my mom was so pissed.
Oh, wow.
My mom's like, who's your father's home? She's like, I won't say my dad's name, but she would say his name. So I call him by his
name. Jason Sr.
No, his name is not Jason. Not. Very black ass name. But I was like, hey, I got to make cookies. You made cookies? I was like, yeah. And I messed up in the eggshell. Oh, and you messed up in the, you looks like you had fun. So that's what you want to do? You want to have fun?
Wow.
I couldn't have any fun for the next 18 years. Any fun I would have, anytime I smile in the house. Were you smiling like that when you was making cookies when you was 6?
Oh my
Bitch,
gosh.
I just graduated high school. I can't be happy about
Just graduated high school. Stuart McGill says Pascal. Your dad's name is Pascal.
my dad's name.
Did you have fun, Pascal? His
It's
new girlfriend.
like, damn, you're really taking this Oedipus complex thing to the next level, huh, lady?
Aw.
But yeah, so I was, and then, you know, I became the dad in the single room occupancy as Sean Moon's
Yeah.
18 kids on one fucking bed. I'm renting a room. Just fucking, come on, kids, why don't you want to see your dad? You know, it's depressing as shit. I don't know. We have rooms at mom's house and places to play. It's way better than here, man. Kind of sucks here, dude.
Mom said we're only allowed to meet you in the park from now on.
Stuart said eating dinner over the sink.
Oh, that's that kidulthood right there.
That's like adulting right there, man. That's that's I don't even know how we got started talking about single dads. But that is the truth. You guys know that is dude, I know there's either single dads listening right now, single dads that will be listening right now. Comment if I am lying. You know as well as I know.
I want to know in the comments, do you have a Labubu?
No.
What kind of kidult things do you have? What kind of kidult things do you want? I saw these Care Bear fridge magnets, and I want those.
I want more guitars.
More guitars.
That's it.
I don't want a Care Bear bear. I feel like that's just going to take up room in my apartment. But the magnets are useful.
I do. Someone says I have the puzzle cube from Hellraiser. I do. The kidult things I have, my daughter bought me some figures from Super 7. So I have like a Cliff Burton action figure and some Lost Boys stuff. I have things that I don't know if it's kidult things, but it's definitely like you're probably going to be single forever things.
Stop.
Like I have I'm looking at it right now. I have a rug, and it's like images of every Friday the 13th movie.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like right it's like the length of my bed. So, and it's like a nice soft rug too. So
I mean, that's the least it can be. Friday 13 characters on it.
it's like the back of the VHS boxes. So to me, it looks kind of cool. And then I have a blanket that I use as kind of the centerpiece of the couch. And it's a blanket of VHS tapes of random 80s horror movies like Hellraiser, Friday the 13th, Halloween.
See, that's the part where you're single.
That's definitely like you're going to be single stuff. Yeah.
I had a friend in college. She really had to stop herself from buying a SpongeBob shower curtain and like all the, accoutrement for her bathroom. And I was like, if you really want it, you should get it. And she was like, I will never have sex if I have this in my bathroom. I was like, oh.
You'll have sex, and they just won't come back. That's a different thing, right?
I think that's fair.
Someone will fuck me with this stuff. They just won't love me. That's very different.
I wanted the shower curtain with the New York City subway map, but then I thought it would stress me out. Why do you bring the city into your apartment? You know? I love MTA stuff. Like they have little bears that are like, they have the letter or the number of the train, and they're the color that's in the circle. It's really cute. Like the one train is red, and it's a red bear and stuff.
Oh,
I think that's adorable, and I love that they have T-shirts. I love MTA stuff, but like I thought maybe not to get the shower curtain.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
maybe don't plan my commute in the shower.
My house came furnished, so there's certain things that I would like to change.
Mhm.
Like I did see a really cool like big area rug that was like and you can get any record you want. And I was
Mm.
like, oh, dude, what if I got Steely Dan's Asia?
You have to get Africa.
Toto, get big Toto.
The Toto Africa.
Or I was like, oh, what cool record could I get that would just be the centerpiece to the living room? But then again, I thought like that might be a vagina dryer. I might
Somebody's watching me. Rockwell. Michael Jackson. Yeah, they're not coming back after that.
This is a super rare. This is Rammstein's third record. They really hit their stride then. I'm going to leave before you tell me to put the lotion in the basket. Have a good one there, fella.
She's going to be like, is this Kill Your Mother music? Kill your mother. Kill your mother. Kill your dog. Kill your dog.
Wait, someone says my house came furnished. Okay, marriage offer revoked. It's just the way they come here. Don't get mad at me.
That's terrible.
I didn't like pick it out. I was like, I'm going to have I was like, does the furniture come with the place? She was like, yeah. I was like, no shit. Okay. What do I got to do to move in here?
I thought you bought those shelves, Jason. I was like, Jason likes those shelves like that. Okay. All right.
What's cool about it too is because they put like little like this like accent wall painted. There's kind of like little cute things up. So if you see my place, you're like, oh, this man is so sensible. And then the little kidult things I have look kind of cute.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't decorate the house. So when you see the Hellraiser cube, you're like, oh, that's so cute. Right? And then I have a mat right in front of the sink. Like a kitchen floor mat. And it is I like VHS art. So it's like the VHS covers of just random movies in the 80s. And it's just a bunch. It's like a collage. So it's cute. Right? It's cute. But if I decorated this house, it would look like, neon shit.
Budweiser sign.
A Lamborghini poster in the living room.
Black leather couch.
Why do you have a poster of Jasmine Guy from 1988 on the wall in the living room?
Next to a picture of Jeff Goldblum? What is this?
Just how they just decorated kids' rooms in the 80s where they're like, what do kids like? I don't know, the Beatles?
The Beatles.
It's like a picture of the most satanic band ever, and then Rob Lowe.
Right. Rob Lowe.
It's like, what young man has a picture of shirtless Rob Lowe?
That is the best.
Next to his Megadeth poster. Like, I don't believe this kid is real.
Can't beat the Jeff Goldblum poster.
Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, maybe the Michael Jackson one. Can't do.
The Michael Jackson with the fucking yellow sweater vest.
No, Michael Jackson with the little tiger.
I had the Michael Jackson with the yellow sweater vest. My dad got me that, and I thought he was the coolest dad in the world.
Oh, Pascal.
That's not my dad.
It's not your dad.
Nope. I have a real father who you
You're
people
like,
have never seen.
I want to do a podcast with you. Even my dad's name.
My dad's not French.
No.
Someone said Transformer sheets. Yeah, I would have Transformer sheets.
You would.
I would totally have Transformer sheets.
Spider-Man.
No, Transformer sheets would be cooler. Look, I'm glad I don't have those things because I feel like if I went that far, I definitely I think someone would say, okay, I'll fuck you now, but I'm never gonna do it again. Like I can see someone's looking at the sheets and just not even thinking it inside, actually looking at me, pointing and saying it.
I don't know, man. I don't feel like I'm that tapped into kidulthood. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like if I'm getting food delivered, that's a little bit kidulthood.
Because you're too lazy to go get it?
It's like, hey, umbilical cord, hook up to some food and just give it to me kind of thing.
If you
I
just
ain't
made
starving or anything.
if you just made carrot raisin salad, it's just a few easy steps.
Just a few easy steps. You and Karen in the kitchen making carrot raisins.
Carrot raisin salad, man. And now I have extra carrot raisin salad. When I end this show, I can just go to the kitchen and eat. Well, now I'm watching Ben's dogs have to walk the dog, which is going to be like a fucking scene in the Warriors now because all the fucking strays are out.
Well, I mean, that's something about adulthood that I've heard in a couple places that just there's a crisis in friendship. People are so wrapped up in adulthood, they don't want inconveniences that come with friendship. You're
What are the
doing
inconveniences? Watching
I
friend's
mean,
dog.
yeah, watching your friend's dog, showing up for your friends, going to your friend's cocktail party. There are people who like to host things.
Yeah.
And other people don't show up. I was feeling anxious, so I didn't want to go. I'm doing self-care at home, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. I think that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can all get wrapped up in ourselves and give ourselves the excuse of being busy. I think that's another part of adulthood is
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you people agree. Let me know if you agree that over the last 20 years or so, being busy is like you have to be busy, which kind of goes into the whole like play dates and stuff like that, right? Like I have to organize fun for my child.
Mm-hmm.
So everything is organized and nothing is spontaneous in your life. And granted, some people have lives where you do have to organize time. I think we said this on the dating AI show about when Ikoi said that there's friends she has to schedule a phone call with because calling randomly doesn't work. And I think the friends that I have from this world, which is weird, people that I've known for a gajillion years never call me. But people that I know from this world call me randomly all the time and very early in the morning.
Yeah, they don't understand the time zone.
But no, they understand. They just know I'm up early. So around 5 a.m., my phone will ring. Someone's calling me at 5 a.m.
Jerome Gerald calls you.
It's like at 5 a.m., I know it's either going to be my son or what up, nigga? So it's I get why people do the DoorDash thing. I get why people feel the need not to do something, but I'll just throw this out. As a person that lives so disconnected from his friend group, and I am the guy that has remained friends with some people since kindergarten. I didn't go to my high school reunion recently because I was so busy here that I didn't make it. And one of the guys there is someone that I've been going to school with since kindergarten. And we were friends. It wasn't just like we went to school together. We were friends. His name is Jason as well. And him and a bunch of other people video called me.
Oh.
and because I kind of wanted to see him, so he video called me, and I got to see him. And I'm not gonna lie, I'll be honest here. I held back the tears because I felt bad because I wanted to see I hadn't seen this cat in a long time. And the last time I had ran into him, I was working in San Francisco cooking at a music venue called the Great American Music Hall, and I had chopped the tip of my finger.
What?
And so they sent me in a cab to go to the hospital. It wasn't serious enough to get an ambulance. They sent me in a cab to go to the hospital. And as I was sitting waiting for the doctor to come, who sewed the back on, my buddy was a paramedic, is a paramedic. And so he's coming in with the patient, and he sees me laying on this bed. And he comes in with the patient. He drops the patient. He's like, Jason Miles, no fucking way. And he comes and gives me the biggest fucking hug.
You and your Joe Rogan ass existence. What do you mind?
So we kept in touch through the years. He's still insane. He beatboxed while I freestyle. We walked all the way from our house to the school for the homecoming dance.
Oh,
He was like, Jay, man, I was gonna get my beatboxes out. We was gonna fucking reminisce back in the day. So though, if you get a chance to spend that kind of time with people, enjoy it, because you really, as corny as it fucking sounds, you so don't know. We were planning this reunion, and someone that was like excited about it passed away while we were planning it.
Yikes.
Like, you really don't know when your ticket gets punched. And one thing I'll say is I've gotten to do some crazy shit. We talk about it on the show all the time, but I really do love keeping in touch with those people through this show. People that I haven't talked to in a long time. Like, Jay, I saw this, man, I miss you. You were talking about that time on the rig. And I've met some really awesome people here that invite me to goofy shit like little kids' birthday parties, and I have a ball. I've talked about it on this show, the crazy shit that I've seen just going and hanging out. And well, you're different. You're an extrovert and I'm an introvert, and you're an look, I get all that bullshit. Just fucking interact with people. You know what it makes you do? Not sweat the small stuff. You don't get in as many internet fights. It's just not serious to you anymore.
I think that's true. I got into another dilly of a pickle recently. So I ordered some food from a new place, right? And so the last food place, I ended up with 3 super packages of chicken. I order from this new place and they send me what I order, but they send me an extra box of free food. Me being me, I take care of what I ordered. I'm like, oh, did they give this? Did they give me this? And I forget about the box of free food. 2 days later, whatever, I'm like, why are there flies over there?
Oh no!
What's in there? Yeah. And then I open it up and I see they put flowers for me on top of the free food. That's it. And I'm looking, I'm seeing moldy strawberries and all of this stuff. And I'm just like, I don't cook anymore. What am I going to do with the free food that they sent me? They gave me 2 ears of corn. Even when I did cook, what would I do with 2 ears? I'm not shucking anything. They were full in the thing. I'm not shucking. Anyway, right? I contact my neighbor and I said, I'm in a dilly of a pickle again and I have some food for you. Yes, we're still up. And they gave me a whole bag of the different color carrots. That's why I brought it up.
Oh shit!
A whole bag of them, and just all of this stuff. And even though I had to throw some of the moldier things away, there was still a lot left. And I was like, "Hey, man, can you take this stuff off my hands?" And she's like, how do you get into these situations? And I was like, yeah, I know. Can you help me out?
And,
For real. she came through, and I gave her it, and I was like, you know what? I met her. We live in the same building. I met her because she put her phone number up on the door of the building. And this was during COVID. And she was like, if anybody needs any help with their groceries, I will help you. Here's my phone number. And she helped me.
Aw.
And I was like, we have so much in common. We have the same shirt. Sometimes she shows up to my door and I'm like, oh, you're wearing our shirt. And I was like, you know what? We always talk about how we should hang out. And I just was like, let's check in with each other more. We may never go out and hang out, but I was like, send me a picture of what you make. And she was like, oh, tell me how this goes. And I was like, let's do that. And that's also worthwhile. You don't have to be a super extrovert like young Jason / Joe
No, you
Rogan.
don't. You don't. You can just every once in a while just fucking check in with somebody. It's important to check in on your friends. It's important to have phone calls. Let's have phone calls again. I don't there's a distance with texting. I'd much rather call. My daughter checks in on me. We check in on each other from time to time. My dad before dementia used to check in on me all the time, especially when I was on tour. Where you at? Having fun? He's
that's so cute.
No, he was pretty interesting before the shit kicked in. It's I don't know. It's the older I get, the more people are passing away. Our parents are, if they're still alive, are hitting that end lap, the third act of life. There's this. I think back and I have regrets.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
And one of them is like not taking enough pictures when I had a camera. I think I've said this before on the show. Like I had, like everybody else, by the time social media became a thing, you took pictures and you uploaded it, and then you would lose that phone at some point, right? You get a new phone, and so it goes. A few years ago, like 5 years ago or so, Facebook did a crackdown on leftists, and a small handful of us got our accounts just zapped, and I lost everything. Every video I had uploaded, I didn't have those phones anymore. There was no cloud. I had saved everything on, so it's just like gone. And I didn't get the photo albums from my grandmother's house or from my first marriage, but my daughter ended up taking them all. She just took them. Like apparently she took them from her mom. She took them from my grandmother's house. And so every year she'll give me some. She'll let me have some of
There's the 2 years she's putting on your clock, man.
She'll give me some of these pictures that I don't know. I miss having things that weren't shared for the world to approve. And she had done it kind of once because I was bitching about not being able to see these memories of what it was like growing up with her. And I was like, I don't remember them because I don't see them. And so she was like, okay. She went and she started taking pictures of the pictures, and then she just gave them some to me. But it started me taking pictures and not sharing things. And I kind of dig that. Like I share them with you. But I don't know. They were for me, and they weren't for everyone, right? When you and your friends went to hang out, and when you were breakdancing on the street, and your friend took the picture of it, or when you got your new shoes that you people in New York are so serious about.
Okay. Nobody's allowed to step on anybody's poon.
Yeah, no one's allowed. Apparently Spike Lee told me you shoot people. I'm sure there are photos that you find of your youth, and you're like, oh man, I remember that. but I don't need it on the cloud. You don't give a shit about what I was doing when I was 15 with my friends.
Yeah.
And I don't need to share it with you. It was for us. It wasn't for y'all. And I don't know. I feel like having to have moments that look so cool, because the pictures I have that are candid, they sucked. Everyone's got red eye.
Oh, yeah.
Someone's blinking in it. They're trash. We didn't know what it was going to look like. Remember we had disposable cameras?
Yeah. People are much better at taking pictures now.
Oh, so everybody's a fucking savant with his digital cameras.
But you
Low
can also
light
take
cameras too.
300 and then narrow it down to 2.
Yeah. Recording concerts you're never going to watch again. That shit's annoying as fuck.
When I went to China, one of my coworkers couldn't go on the trip, and I was determined to document everything for her so she could feel like she was there. I never uploaded any of it to social media. I never showed it to her. I never did anything. It's just in the cloud. These amazing museums, these stores, these socks. It's just no one's ever going to see them. I feel so bad. I want to say real quick, I have one friend, my dear friend, that I met online in this circus of LepTube, and she has checked up on me. She's in the chat. Her name is Choki. She mentioned that I sent her a package. Yeah, shout out to Choki. She remembered my birthday too. She mentioned I sent her a package, and that's something that I like doing. I do like sending people packages.
Do you like sending people packages?
Yeah, so that's the thing you could do. You don't necessarily have to be in somebody's face or on the same continent. You can still check in and reach out and connect.
When I was we were all volunteering what we could do for the reunion, and people had wanted a slideshow. And early on, I volunteered to do the slideshow. And about a couple months ago, the woman that was putting it together, one of our classmates, goes, "Okay, Jason, we need to set up like Dropbox where people can give you pictures." Okay. So there's a Facebook group for the whole reunion thing. We had our school was small, so we had 2 years. It was my year 95 and the class below us 96. And so, okay, everybody, any pictures you have from high school, send them to Jason in this box. He's going to make a slideshow. A couple nights before, I'm finally getting ready to do the slideshow. The box is fucking empty. Like, where's and then it's like, oh, because no one digitized their random fucking photos from 30 plus years ago.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I definitely can't put pictures up of just me. I have like 6. So there was a video yearbook. And I took some images from that, some video of that, and then I found online. I didn't know this, Toussaint. You can find. This sounds like an ad right now.
It does.
Sound like did you know that if you just paid $19.99, you could get access to every yearbook?
And you read about it on Ground News? Those Ground News ads again to me, like they not gonna lie, they had me in the first half. They really selling those.
You know who does really good ad is Law and Crime TV.
Oh yeah,
they'll be in the middle of a story. So P. Diddy is dripped in baby oil, and assailant number 3 comes in, and that's why you need to get the burner. And you're like,
what?
Did you just slide an ad in there?
Was the app in court? What's going on?
I was like, good for.
Yeah.
But no. So I'm like, okay, where can I find a year? I was like, maybe someone's got a yearbook. And people were like, I have a yearbook. I didn't. It's not digitized. Because who the fuck does that?
True.
Classmates.com does that.
Wow.
And I was like, wait, do they have all the yearbooks? I type in the year, bam, 95. Type in 96, bam, it's there. but I had to pay
Wow.
for it, right? So I
Okay.
pay for classmates.com so I can actually, they let you see so much for free.
Mm-hmm.
But I had this idea. I could show you what I did,
Mm-hmm.
a little bit of it. I had this idea of how we're going to do it, or how I'm going to do it. So I was able to take these images and blah, 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 make like a collage. And people dug it. It was pretty, I thought it was cool. I was very, not impressed, but it was nostalgic and also sad because some of the people you're looking at aren't there anymore. Like quite a few people
Yeah.
have passed on already. But even in looking at that yearbook thing and the images I was able to get, because there's some candid images of a yearbook. They didn't spend all year taking candid pictures. They just did it at a couple of events. So you're kind of only looking at maybe a week or two of your whole high school existence. Which is really why I was hoping to get more candid stuff. And it's like, oh man, I bet kids would have way better ones now with the camera phones
That's
and the
a fact.
cloud. Like they would have had one that would have had everybody in tears. Like, oh man, that was so good.
These kids are taking album covers. Like, you look at Illmatic and you're like, oh wow, that's a really good shot of that kid. Everybody's kid has that now. Everybody's kid has an album cover.
I think we did it in the Champagne Room one year where I showed you my friend who every year of her young son's life, they dressed him as a different album cover.
That's wild.
So he's Biggie and ready to die.
Oh
They
yeah.
go do a professional photo shoot, by the way.
Get out of here.
Nas, Illmatic. Yeah, her and her husband are big hip hop fans. They did the All Eyes on Me, the Tupac.
That's so cute.
I wish I was making it up. I'm not making it up.
It's all quality time.
I was like, you're kind of a badass for doing this.
That's so cool.
Isn't that kind of badass though?
I mean, I think stuff like that's really cool. I'm actually a big fan of Gene Bajlan and his little tribe, his kids, and just these cool pictures of them. And the oldest has a picture of himself in a Roman Spartan headdress. And that is his profile picture now. And I'm like, that's insane. Like, that's actually really cool. His kids are just adorable. And I'm not one for caring about stuff. There's so many kids I don't care about.
Yeah.
And here I am sending pumpkin shaped Reese's Pieces in a box to them for Halloween.
I'm so jealous of those kids. I wish I took more fun pictures like that with my kids. The one thing I am hella sad that I don't have anymore, there's a couple videos. I had bought my boys a skateboard ramp, and they were probably about 9 and 6. And I was trying to show them how to go down their driveway and then off the ramp.
I think I remember this story.
And I tried to be cool.
Yeah.
I just come home from a tour, so I was like, I surprised them with it, and I got them skateboards. I got them like sick ass skateboards. So they have like sick ass skateboards. They got a ramp. I'm like, this is how you go down. And I tried to go down their driveway, and I tried to hit the ramp Tucson, and I thought I was going to get fancy, and then hit like an ollie off the ramp. I hit the ollie, the skateboard flipped up and just tattooed me in the taint.
Yeah.
All of this is on video. And then as I'm writhing in pain, the oldest boy just went down, no problem. What's this, Daddy?
Of course. You should take it his example.
Like, yeah, that's gone. Or then there was one time when he was young at the time. He was like 3 or 4. And there was a peacock that would just appear in the neighborhood.
What?
And we had just dropped his brother and sister off at school. And I was like, do you want to see the bird? And he was like, yeah. And so we got out of the car and we walked by the bird. And I didn't know. You know how big peacocks are?
I imagine they're pretty freaking huge.
They're pretty fucking big. So the peacock is like as big as him. And the peacock turns around, and I guess it got scared, and its feathers went up. It's like, rah, rah, it's making this crazy noise. And all you heard in the video was, "Oh shit, nigga, let's go!"
Jesus. Oh.
So that's been removed from the internet.
Jesus. In the natural world, I don't know, man. Maybe you should stay indoors.
I didn't do.
I know you're friendly, but like, I don't know.
I thought we were gonna have this sweet nature moment. My little son was gonna give the bird like a sausage or whatever the fuck he had in his hand, and he got really terrified and started to cry, and I ran. So, I mean, ran with him. I didn't leave the nigga by himself.
Yeah, you used him as a shield. Then you ran. You threw him to the peacock and then you ran.
You're big for your age, and kick him in the ass.
Is that the one that's bigger than you now?
That is the one that is larger than me. Yeah, like 6'1". Yeah,
It's gonna get you back. Just throw dad out.
Luckily, he doesn't remember. I tried to bring it up, and he was like, "No, I don't remember." I was like, "Good."
Allegedly. He's gonna wait till you're sleeping.
Keep suppressing that and put it down into a dark place. Keep that in the sunken place, son.
Terrible.
That's what happens when the white woman hypnotizes him. Not the peacock! Not the peacock! I'm sorry. Fuck did you say? You're not supposed to say that.
He's traumatized.
You have a weird defective black guy. Take him. Someone said Jason ran to the car and left the kid outside. I don't know if I strapped him in his car seat. I mean, that part of the memory is a little hazy.
Jesus.
But I kind of want to let's end with this. We've been talking for way too long. Let's end with this. If you're listening to this, you're missing out. You're totally missing out. Or not. Maybe you're not missing out. You're like, fuck you. Maybe you're hate listening right now. I don't know. So this is part of what I made. It was a much longer slideshow, but this is what I was able to put together. Did you see this?
No.
Okay, check it out.
No.
Aww.
little Billy Evans, Robert Glazer action.
No, someone says that. No, that's actually someone's One of the few times that isn't my music. No, it's not.
That's nice. You're making me want to post pictures of people from high school, so that someone can tag them and I can get back in touch with them.
Aww. Go to your reunion.
No. I'd like to reconnect with people from junior high. I went to the same school from kindergarten to junior high, so
Oh, damn.
I really know those people.
Andy said, I'm about to cry. I hate feelings and emotions.
It's toxic masculinity, Andy Williams.
Dude, that took me, well, the whole thing is a lot longer. It's like 22 minutes. It took me 14 hours. It took me 14 hours. I took everyone's individual graduation photos from the 2 years and made little collages with them.
That's wild, Jason. You cried the whole time? Wow.
I was, well, dude, it was like, oh man, have you ever like thought back? Because you're looking at this moment in your life where you have so much hope and you're so fearless and you were going to do all these things.
I don't know. I had a lot of fears. I was afraid of the Bloods.
The gang?
Yes. I was afraid of getting hit by a taxi because some kid got hit by a taxi.
Negro, are you serious?
I was afraid of a lot of things.
Right now?
Okay, I was kind of bold. There were some things I was definitely not afraid of. I never told you the story of why I went to college, which is why it's the essay that I wrote to get into college. I was in the Hot 97, and they had some designers there.
What's the Hot 97? I don't even know what that is.
It's a radio station. It's where
I thought she was like, was that a gang too?
No.
I wear yellow for the Hot 97s, nigga.
Hot 97 was notorious. Shot 97. It was always embroiled in some trouble.
Oh, is that where Tupac got shot?
Is it? No. I had a friend that worked there too. But yeah, so they had some designers there, and one of them went to my high school, the Fame school. So I called him. I was like, yo, I go to that school. Hire me. And he was like, no. I was like, why not? I'm really good at fashion. And he was like, you need to go to college. And I was like, literally, no. We went to the same high school. I'm very good at this. You need to hire me. And he said, listen to me. No one's going to mess with you until you go to college. And that man sent me to college.
That is not the message that the hip hop movies told me.
He didn't pay for it, but he is the reason why I went to college, because he was like, there won't be any doors open for you. You have to go. And I understand. I learned a tremendous amount in college. And for me to think that I could just go to the industry from high school, I would have been outfoxed at every turn. I just...
Really?
Yeah. He was absolutely right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, look at that. An adult was right. One time. Hip hop came through.
It was a combination of the McDonald's and the United Negro College Saturday commercial.
You remember the one where they're like,
what are you gonna Church of Latter-day Saints, and in every moment, somewhere there's some magic waiting there and hoping to be found.
They asked the guy, what are you going to do after graduation? He's like, I'm going to make a sandwich. I love that.
That was you.
I used to tell adults that. And I was like, I don't know. I just want to make it to 18. And we just thought that was the funniest thing to tell adults when we were like...
Because every day, like, black man ain't going to make it till he's 18.
That's right.
And you're like, but you're a woman. That too.
You're that too. I'm in the struggle with my brothers.
But apparently I dressed like a stud between the years of 99 and 2004. And then I have finger waves. I thought I would look like T-Boz, but apparently...
Screaming in my apartment. It's midnight. You're the worst.
Look at like,
I did not have a stud face. She's the worst.
girl, you look like T-Boz. No, she don't. Quit lying, Ethel.
No, she don't.
Here, look. This is look.
This is more from the review.
Yeah,
It
this
is
is this.
20 minutes.
Look. Just real quick.
What
There's
is
no
this YouTube account? I didn't know about this.
Jason Miles. This is my personal one.
Dude, what?
So look, okay, I want to show you this. You were at the New York show.
Yes.
You met my friend Nick.
Yeah.
This is him. This is when you open the yearbook. This is the panoramic photo.
Mm-hmm.
This is Nick holding a 3-foot bong.
Oh, I thought it was a gun. I thought it was a gun.
That is a 3-foot bong he is holding.
He said, "Let me be in front."
In the front. We had to wait for them. See? Look at this. Isn't that cute?
Yes. That's so cute.
Homecoming week. You had homecoming week where you're from.
No.
Oh, there's no homecoming at the face.
No, we didn't do any of that stuff.
You didn't have homecoming week at Fame High School?
Majors. Come on, man. It was time for that varsity blues stuff.
Damn.
Some kids who liked basketball and breakdancing and stuff used to play basketball, but I don't know if they had a team, maybe. But we're not into sports like that. We were artists.
So you didn't have prom either?
There was prom. We had the opportunity to have our prom at the Metropolitan Museum in the Temple of Dendar, and they chose to have it on some type of boat.
The Temple of Did you just do some nerd shit at me?
They had that chance, and they chose to do it on a boat.
The Temple of Dendar, dude?
Screw you guys. You suck.
What is the Temple of Dendar?
I don't know, man. It's something that white folks stole from ancient Egypt. And they put it in the museum. They airlifted it from Egypt, where the black man made it. And
that's some shit that a Hebrew Israelite would do.
Yes. It's where the Hebrew Israelites are from. The Temple of Dendar.
Are you being serious?
Yes. Yes. And they're like, let's just do a boat. And I was like, what?
Was your prom hella arty?
I actually didn't go, but no, it wasn't. I sounded hella pedestrian, actually.
Oh, it wasn't all like fucking crazy arty and shit with Warhol paintings and stuff. No,
they were like, let's be like in Varsity Blues or Dawson's Creek or some shit. And I was like, that's whack. Like, why do you want to be like that?
Because they wanted to feel normal, and they wanted to stop getting beat up on the train home for wearing those leotards on the way home.
Let's be like the high school, and she's all that. I want to be Freddie Prinze Jr. at the prom.
What is the movie with the white girl that dances?
Oh, it's Julia Stiles.
Yeah, what's the movie where she dances? What is the dancing movie?
I don't know.
White girl at the black place. Like what? Under 18 club.
Save the Last Dance.
Save the Last Dance. I remember watching that shit, and we were saying back then, this is the most unreal depiction of life. New York really had me fucked up in the movies, because I was like, I don't understand New York.
I don't know why people like to depict New York in all of these ridiculous ways. Sex and the City, Seinfeld, we just got done dirty for a very, very long time. Like, bring back the grit if you're gonna do that with it.
Dude. And that white girl did that dance at the end. It's like, you can quick cut this all you want, but I don't understand anything she's doing.
She's fake grumpy.
At least with the Breakin' movies, the whole thing about hiring Lucinda Dickey for the role was that she was a professional dancer, and they felt they needed someone that could at least do that. And that's also why they hired her for Ninja 3, because they wanted someone that could do acrobatic things for some of the stunts. And she could do that.
Oh, they were acrobatic.
Because a lot of these other people dancing in movies, it's like, I get it, Flashdance, they got away with the body double. But Jesus Christ.
There's a dude in Flashdance.
Some of it. There was a woman too. I think the dude does some of the breakdance stuff.
I forgot his name. Yeah.
But someone says Warriors is the only New York City movie you need to see. Spike Lee would beg to differ with you.
he would. That man, he actually does love this city.
What's the other guy? Scorsese that does everything in New York?
Does he? De Niro? So. Are you thinking?
No, I think everything Scorsese's done is in New York.
Okay. De Niro has the film festival. He wants that to be New York. It's very New York. That's his thing.
I get it. Like I said, if you meet real New York people like Toussaint, you're going to have a great time in New York.
Yay.
Meet a transplant, you're not going to have a great time in New York. They're going to take you to all the places that you don't want to go to.
Yeah, go get Dollar Pizza.
Ooh, they have Dollar Pizza in New York?
Yeah, I had some. If I'm not mistaken,
nigga, that's why you'd be having them issues.
I think, did they raise the price? I don't remember, but like,
yeah, Tony says Woody Allen. Yeah, but yeah, dude, I'm not. You know where to go for the. You know why we got lost when we were in New York last time? Because Anders took us transplant motherfuckers from Minneapolis.
Oh, that's right. He blonde like he not from here. That's what my sister used to say. You could tell, man.
Timothy says it's $1.50 now. I assume that there is a pizza place in New York.
No, there are many pizza places. Dollar Pizza is something else.
One place for the pizza. Andy Williams says, I'm the Brooklyn dude. $1.50 pizza. Yeah, Eric W's like, damn, that's fine. Tell me where you hang with Andy, you hang with Toussaint, they're gonna take you to the $1.50 pizza place. Right? They're gonna take you to the place when you're like, oh, what do you want to eat? And you're like, I don't really have that much money. Oh, I know a great place. They're gonna say that. Your transplant friend, you're gonna say, I don't have that much money. They're just gonna stare at you and then just take you to the place where you can't afford.
They're gonna take you to we don't have Erewhon. You're gonna get a $20 strawberry.
Oh, fuck that. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to hang out with that person.
Yeah. Let's go to Crumble.
Oh fuck! Are you serious? Yo,
the Kardashians have new cookies out.
Get motherfucked. Oh, I love Crumble. Oh, no. I saw one of those people you were talking about the other day. I started my New York day off with.
Yeah.
My mindfulness readings.
Yeah. Then I went to Solstice.
You make New York suck. Like everything they say is like, dude, you make New York suck.
Yeah, that's a fact.
But look, we have to try to find a happy medium because I am from a place that was very violent. It is not as violent. And I want to ask you guys about this before we go. The front page of the LA Times had this article, and the article was about, I was talking to Toussaint about this. It was about YouTubers creating gang beef where there is none. Sit with that for 5 seconds. Shows like No Jumper. Well, let me pull back a little bit. We've talked about this before on the show.
Yeah.
Crime rates are down. Violent crime is way down. Los Angeles, a city that was the poster child for violent crime in the 80s and 90s, is at almost a 50-year low with violent crime, including homicides. Gang violence isn't what it used to be. And I say it, and I'll say it again. What is the industry that would cause the violence? It doesn't happen in a vacuum. There has to be a rationale. 30 years ago, it was an influx of cocaine from South America, and you have your distribution networks that were gangs. You don't care who's selling what. You don't care about these people fighting over turf. That's not your problem. You've unloaded the product already. What color buys it isn't your problem, right? But it's a problem with them because drug turf becomes very, very valuable. Crack houses are very valuable. These are multi-million-dollar enterprises, and you cannot just go to the police. You can't tie people up in litigation. And you need more numbers. This was a problem. Now, all these vices, nah, you can go do it yourself for legally. You got Adderall, you can microdose, you can gamble. Pretty much any vice that these people were controlling, it's for you legally. So they just don't have, it's just not what it used to be. So gangs ain't what they used to be. Do they exist? Yeah. Do I want to fuck with one? Not really. But that fear, that palpable fear that existed years ago in certain communities, a lot of that is gone.
Yeah.
And it's not just that, you know, people left, people died, people got locked up.
Facts.
So even the makeup of these areas isn't the same as what it used to be. But there's people that want to hang on to that. And that's kind of what we were talking about last night with people thinking that Black culture is singing and dancing and then trifling behavior. And one of the things that sadly, you know, was missed, I think, in some of the analysis was that, look, man, these are kids, these Gen Zers that we were calling post-liberals. Some of them have grown up for the last 30 years. They don't understand that world. It didn't exist for them. They're like, you can kind of do whatever you want to do. What are you talking about? Why are you so violent in the music? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. So they're not married to that part of the music. Like we were defending it. Like we had to defend it. No, you don't understand. They're reporters for the street. There's nothing to report anymore. Right?
We don't color bang.
Everyone is little Brazzy. Think about that for a second. What's the nigga that got hit up with a RICO charge? What's his name?
Young Thug.
Young Thug. Little Brazzy. Everybody's little Brazzy. No one is a kingpin. That's just the truth. These guys rapping is the equivalent of heavy metal bands singing about Satan 40 years ago. They weren't worshiping any devils. Well, we're going to leave Sweden out of this. But
tell your mother.
let's just leave it domestically for now. You know, and these guys aren't drug kingpins killing everybody. But there are people like me that just want to hear white boys yell about Satan. Some people want to hear niggas yell about crimes they've never committed.
Yeah. Ricky Rose.
It's fun.
Yes.
Same reason I like Tubi movies. It's fun.
It was fun.
But unlike the Satan singers, there has to be a reality to who you are. You have to back up all 105 face tattoos you have. And these podcasts, a lot of them don't know shit about gang life either than what they've seen in movies.
Right.
And what they saw at school. If they're the same age as these people, again, these are other people that didn't grow up in it. So now it's your proximity to that life. My mama did this. My auntie did this. My cousins did this. Nigga, it ain't you.
He said auntie. Jason, it is African American bag.
Every time I want to get out, they pull me back in to niggerdom.
Look at your vines.
But it's the proximity that gives you validity now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's no longer the fact that you actually did it. You actually did the time. It is your proximity to the stuff. So the derivative of the proximity guys, Kendrick Lamar, Vince Staples, a lot of them are proximity guys. Now it's the, well, I want the real deal. So then it's the new generation of these younger dudes that are like, I'm a something Crip. I'm a something blood.
Mm-hmm.
You don't color bang. Everyone is little Brazzy now. I don't care how old you are. I don't care what color you are. You are little Brazzy now. And what the article was saying was shows like No Jumper are bringing in these actual OGs that aren't doing anything anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking about what real gangbanging is.
Mm-hmm.
And stoking actual beef that isn't there. So things sometimes happen and these shows go on and they just spread rumors. And people think it's like real news. And there has been retaliation killings for things that no one really knows why a shooting happened because the police didn't release any information. And these people just, well, word on the street is, you don't know what word on the street is. And if you did know, you're lying. Who the fuck told you? Podcaster.
Mick Rob said there are two little Brazzies inside us. So mad at that.
Inside of me is two Brazzies.
What is going on? Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
You watch this kid from Ogden, Utah, throw up gang signs from other people he watched throw up gang signs. Where did they learn it?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, man, is it really cool to do all of your crime online? Reading that article you guys think my algorithm is bad now. Oh my God in heaven, and two more that I don't know of. I watched a video. It was like the downfall of Icy Black Blue 48. I was like, I don't know who this person is. Sounds like a video I should watch after reading this piece. And another thing you're seeing a lot of, which is a relatively new phenomenon in the last 10 years or so, is a lot of young black kids getting hooked on meth. I don't know why, but there's a lot of them. And this young man was one of these people, and he got spun out. And we have to be honest with how horrible Adam 22 really is.
Yes.
If you talk about Charlie Kirk, sure, dude sucked.
Mm-hmm.
Nowhere near as bad as Adam 22. I really believe there's bodies that you can tie to Adam 22. There's people in prison right now because they went on that show.
He is an absolute degenerate.
Fucking generate that allows these kids to perform niggardry. And it's the the LA Times mentioned the show as one of the big problems. LAPD is like, You know, we would be even lower of a murder rate if these niggas didn't go on that show and make this man make you tap dance.
Yeah.
It just looks a little different because you're not smiling, but you're still tap dancing because we change the meanings of words so much. Coon became Carlton from The Fresh Prince.
Mm-hmm.
And no one wanted to zoom out for a second and say, okay, well, let's think about this. This is a black man whose father's married to a black woman who comes from some money. His sister only dates niggas.
All right.
His cousin always brings his nigga friends over. Carlton is pretty entrenched in nigga life. He just, likes polo shirts. Who didn't in the 90s? But if once Carlton becomes Coon, and what we used to call Coon becomes authentic blackness, i.e. Will's character in the show, then when these dudes shuck and jive on No Jumper, it's just keeping it real. Or whatever you want to call it now. Keep it 100. I keep it 100 on my mama. What does that mean? I don't know. You don't like your mom. So I don't understand what that means. Put it on something that you care about. Put it on money.
Oh. Put it on your views.
Nigga, on my view count, nigga.
That sounds valid. That's legit.
That's what you care about. You don't give a shit about your mom. Nigga on hood. You don't give a fuck about your hood. Put it on your view count. Put it on your followers.
It's facts.
But because these dudes do this tap dance, there's real repercussions for this. And we said this in the Brazzy episode. What was irresponsible wasn't just them letting this kid lie. Let him lie. And then when he's done lying, or if you've had too much, he lied for like an hour and a half. You could have stopped the lie 10 minutes in. He told so many lies in the first 4 minutes. When he said his dad was a real black man, but part Puerto Rican or some bullshit, that's when he stopped it right there. Said, hey, times. Call it times.
It was bad.
And you have to say, hey, when you do this, there's people in this world that will try to hurt you. They're violent. They're, as Donald Trump said, really bad dudes. They will feel real comfortable kicking the shit out of your doughy ass. As a matter of fact, I'd like to slap the shit out of your doughy ass. So you stop acting like this. But he can't. There's a universe centered around the drama they create. There's people that can't wait for somebody to get shot because of No Jumper, because they're going to get 1 million views doing a No Jumper exclusive. The dude is horrible. And not one person is going to try to do. And I'm not saying you should try. Let me slow down for a second. But when we talk about despicable bullshit that actually causes harm, I can actually point to that show. Yeah. He's not talking on screens. They're recruiting motherfuckers to come down and tap dance on camera.
Facts.
That scares me.
The minstrelsy is a problem with these young folks. I've been dipping in a little bit to some commentary on these streamers, the black ones, the super popular ones, and some of the cooning and minstrelsy that they do just to be that popular. It's required of them. It's part of how they got to where they are. Yeah, the kids, they have a problem with this. You have a problem.
Because it's easy to hate the CKs of the world.
Mm-hmm.
They make it easy. They make rage content.
Mm-hmm.
And they make rage content for a certain person as well.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't for everybody. A lot of motherfuckers didn't know who he was. Tons of people don't know who he is. I mean, they know him now. Didn't know him then. You can say the same for Adam 22 to a certain extent, but
Mm-hmm.
there's really damage that this cat causes.
I mean, nothing that big has happened with Adam 22 yet. But when it does, people are going to be like, you need to check his videos, check his backstory, look at his quotes.
The whole every time we watch something on there, it's always like I can't. But between that and like soft white underbelly, you can't believe the minstrelsy that you get from these things.
Mm-hmm.
And they're both kind of shown as a bird's eye view into a life I don't understand to try to humanize. Not so much No Jumper, but definitely soft white underbelly. Like, well, I'm trying to humanize this subset of life that people don't look at. It's like, well, it's not working that way. No one's going to look at the whole because of the story of one. And also, for the interlocutor, how many of these stories do you really want to listen to on a daily basis before you say, no one can really change? They're all just pieces of shit.
I like how you just slipped in the word interlocutor. That was dope. It's very Ta-Nehisi Coates with the interlocutor. Take that, Mark Lamont Hill.
I'll never be on Joe Budden's show.
No, you aren't Joe Budden.
I'm better than Joe Budden. I never had a hit. No, I watched Mark Lamont Hill on the Joe Budden show, and I just like, man, what people do for internet.
I don't know how he ended up there, honestly.
Oof. We need a smart nigga on the show.
A lot of
Mark
people are like,
Lamont Hill was like, he was like doing the Raj from What's Happening at the Club. Get this old breakdance, a tight shirt, t-shirt nigga. Hey.
I don't know. A lot of people are just like, he doesn't fit. Look, he doesn't fit.
I don't think it's that he doesn't fit. It's just that sometimes he's kind of a voice of reason in this sea of niggadry.
I was about to say a C, yeah.
Everybody says I'm my own Joe Budden. You guys are so mean.
Sid Nanda is curious about Adam 22. He said, isn't Adam 22 a cuck? Isn't Adam 22 a porn star? The answer to both questions is yes.
Yeah.
I don't really know what a porn star is these days, but yes. He has done porn. He has been a cuck in porn.
Yeah.
He has spiraled out of control in a lot of ways. He is just a deplorable, as Hillary Clinton would say.
He's got some money, and he put it into this show, and he enjoys an aspect of hip hop culture. You know, Talib Kweli's never going on that show.
Nah.
Nor do they want him.
Right.
And they don't need him on that show, but they're going to have a bunch of people you've never heard of.
Yes.
It's almost like they walk off the soft white underbelly set and onto the No Jumper set, or vice versa. There's a lot of crossover on both those things, and it's just a lot of exploitation of really bad behaviors, and kind of getting people in their worst way to just act out And there's real gang members on that show.
Yes.
They don't know why they're gang banging.
My mom was a gangbanger. My dad was a gangbanger.
And then they just start saying insane shit. It's hard to watch.
Mm-hmm.
As someone that's watched way too much of it.
Ogden is janky. People be talking about it like it's a nice place, but Ogden is janky.
Dude, it's the whole set. There's metal detectors apparently, and big ass bodyguards.
Yeah.
That's why there's also this. There's a pseudo toughness with everybody
Mm-hmm.
because no one's got a gun, and
No
someone's
got
going to be
a
breaking.
gun.
Mercutio says that interview with resulted in a fight with Kelpie the pimp. That's that's like as bad as it's going to get. There's two people that, you know. Do you think those people are big time pimps bragging about being pimps on the internet? That doesn't seem very smart, especially because we don't call it pimping and pandering anymore. We call it sex trafficking. You get a whole different sentence for that, buddy.
Hey now.
Red Struggle says, I'm in the gangbangers local. It's one of those like you don't want to look again. I do go to Los Angeles sometimes. I have no idea what neighborhood I'm in, or do I care? Because it's a different LA, but I just don't want to cross the road. You the nigga online that was calling me a bitch. It's like, no.
That was Joe Budden.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Do you know who the comedian Bert Kreischer is?
Yes.
He has a podcast with another comedian, Tom Segura.
Yes.
Tom Segura, that's his first name, right? Their podcast, Two Bears, One Cave. Bert announced that he wants to get into OnlyFans management.
That's what these pimps do now. And that I've watched numerous pimp fights about OnlyFans management.
He went to one of his employees and said, you should open an OnlyFans and I will manage it. And that is a bridge too far. You don't do that to your employees.
First of all,
He got the idea from a streamer.
Was it Adam 22?
It wasn't Adam 22. There's a popular streamer. I forget his name, but he's this young white dude with a black people nose, and he just manages all of these women, and they're all on OnlyFans, and so Bert is talking to Tom about making somebody do OnlyFans, and Tom is like, I think it should be somebody who's already on OnlyFans. You can't just walk up to somebody and say, hey, do you want to be a whore? And Bert's like, no, we can do it.
The black guys do it all the time. I still can't believe. Oh God, I think 2MT blew up.
I'm sorry. I had to mute myself. Is OnlyFans management PMC
Yeah.
hilarious? Let's get Chibber back on the show.
These kids that were talking about like there was a big debate or whatever. The debates on No Jumper. I will say this: debates on No Jumper are way better than any online debates you can have with Destiny Vosh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't give a shit who it is. They're definitely not saying this shit.
Okay.
They're not fighting at the end. Like, either drop a hot 16 on somebody, breakdance battle, or like we saw in the movie the other night, rapping. I never saw a like ballet dance battle. I'm still tripping off that one. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
I think Destiny is done. He's been exposed as a child enjoyer, a
Mm.
Pedialyte drinker.
Mm. You won't be around next year.
So, mm.
You're just OnlyFans man is such a BS role. It's fucking horrible.
It really is because OnlyFans is already the pimp. Like,
You want an extra pimp?
I
What are
mean,
you offering someone that they can't do for themselves?
I've seen it explained as like a pyramid scheme of pimping because
Oh my
if you're on OnlyFans, you can convince your friend to get on it too, and at which point you would also get a cut of her earnings, in addition to OnlyFans getting a cut of her earnings. So it is Mary Kay of pimping. it's it's
If that's
Avon.
where we are,
Yeah.
that's where we are.
Yep.
We're OnlyFans pimping now. We're multi-level marketing OnlyFans pimping now.
That's what's up.
A pimp is no longer just got like game and convinces a woman to sell her body.
Nope.
He comes out and goes to a friend's party with a
Mhm.
PowerPoint presentation.
Yes. He has AI integrated now.
I like money. You like money. How are we gonna make money with these honeys? I love your friend Cooney, Margaret. He's so cool.
Your friend Cooney.
What
Yikes.
we's finna do, see, it works like this. Like, what? You just see him in a room full of like white girls. What do they call them? Those fascist Barbies that are always on Fox, like a bunch of guilfoils, like a room full of guilfoils. Sounds so interesting. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Snow bunnies for Clyburn is wait, is there somebody? I have no idea what this is. Snow bunnies for Jim Clyburn has entered the chat. 3 hours and 33 minutes into this show.
That's what's up. It's Adam 22.
If this is where we are, then we are cooked, as the young people say.
That's one thing I like about the word cooked. It's one piece of Gen Z slang that everybody just adopts. We all understand what it means.
Fuck, dude.
Everything is cooked.
I do not want to believe that the presidential ticket for like 2038 is Jake Paul and Adam 22.
Yikes. Adam 22.
Like, or maybe it's Jake and Logan and they run as a family unit, the first ever family unit to run, and Adam 22 is like Secretary of State.
Gross.
It is. It's a horrible thought. But where are we going? I want to end on a good note. I don't have one.
We're going to Adulthood.
Don't listen to Ryan Zickgraf and play with toys.
No.
That's all you have. That's all you have. You're gonna die alone. Maybe you'll get lucky to fuck a robot. That's all we have.
Toys, Labubus, DoorDash, Get It Poppin', Disney Adulthood.
Jesus. Adam 22 is the director of HUD, says John.
They just be throwing anybody at HUD, so.
Someone says, there it is. Jason's against small business. Well, you know what? We're not going to die alone. We have each other. You guys have people in your lives, in your real lives, that love you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go because I think I'm supposed to walk this dog. Dog, do you walk
Oh.
now? The dog is so pissed off. Toussaint, it's late where you are, so thank you for hanging out with me.
It is. It is. I should stop laughing loud in my apartment and turn in and go to bed.
Well, on that note, wait a minute. On that note, we are. Let's go out with cartoons. We are.
Out.
Peace.